Only 90s kids will get this picture. I was born in 98 and let me tell you. Well, that's a funny meme. You 2000s kids, feel bad for you losers. Feel bad for you losers, don't get in the photo. Celebrating her achievement of buying her first home at 28 with her husband? Try being 23 buying your first home on your own. That's an achievement. Or you could be happy for her instead of gatekeeping achievements. Any female born after 1993 can't cook. All they know is McDonald's, charge thy phone, twerk, be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie. Take that, all women born after 1993. Eat hot chip. People with anxiety can apply for blue badges. Everyone is freaking anxious. I am all the time when I'm doing something new. Doesn't make me freaking disabled. People need to get a grip. Is that right? Because it's not what Lad Bible's telling me. I can get my blue badge. You idiot. Bookmarks are for quitters. How dare you want to take a break from reading the book? You don't read it all the way through, you life-having miscreant. Oh my god, that's funny. Anyone over a 5 is a caca to your baby gamer. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I know who tweeted this, and I'm still hurt by it. I know exactly who made that tweet, and it hurts me. I started with a 9. I had a GameCube, that was my first console. This is fake candy. This is real candy. No, that's fruit. That's fruit. It's a lot of cigarettes, son. Killers for the pain. Nah, that's edgy. This should be the minimum number of smokes per day for everyone, smokers and non-smokers. You're only allowed to call yourself a smoker if you smoke a pack a day or more. I don't think it's healthy to encourage that kind of habit, my guy. I wish Tumblr had more of a educate the ignorant attitude as opposed to send death threats to the ignorant. I love how this post was made by a cis white boy. I like how you completely ignored the message and instead focused on who posted it. Wow, 130,000 notes. Is that like retweets? Good going, my guy. 2016. Honey, I found a pic of your grandmother. 2090. Honey, I found a pic of your grandma. I imagine maybe the dialect changes with it. Oh no, not the dialect, the inflection, you know, how they speak, how they be talking. See, I've seen like 600 variations of this meme, and I gotta tell you a story. The year is 2012. It's Christmas. It's the first year my sister and I are both home from college, and we're feeling kinda nostalgic. So we take out the old family photo albums to remember everyone from times past. We're all on the couch or the floor with hot chocolate and the dog is curled up under the tree. It's all very Norman Rockwell. We're going through my mom's side of the family, laughing at pictures of the grandma putting wrapping paper on the dog and grandpa pulling faces at the camera, when we find an old brown envelope. The frick? Says my sister, because she's been into Great Aunt Liz rumballs. And I open the envelope. Inside are 4 tickets to the Titanic, unused. And Mom tells us the story of how her ancestors almost came over on the Titanic. But Great Aunt Liz got the measles and forced everyone into quarantine, thus saving their lives. The other thing in the envelope are 7 photographs, dated 1890. They are of my great-great-grandmother. They are nudes. They are not tasteful nudes, like, these are violating terms of service on most platforms obscene. Great-great-grandma had these taken way back in ye olden days in order to convince her wayward husband to move back to England after he ditched her to party it up in Chicago. I cannot tell you how frickin' hard we laughed. Like, I think I passed out, I was laughing so hard. So yes, people have always been like this, and your nudes will make for a hilarious family Christmas someday. It's kind of charming. Sit down, kids. It's time for an old Christmas tradition. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, their breadsticks are like crack. I love when people say like crack, who have obviously never done crack. Well, their breadsticks are like what then, Ryan? What can I use? I don't know, something from your world. The breadsticks are like scrapbooking. If your dad doesn't ride sleds, tell him Happy Mother's Day for us. We love the snow. Dark humor is offensive and oppressive. It's not for everyone. It's for dumb, racist people. If it's funny for you, then you're racist, or you do not understand that for someone it is not a joke, but a brood for life. And you got downvoted, idiot. That's what you get for not having a full sense of humor. Oi, 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 you're... It's not an addiction until you suck the wiener for it. Yeah, that's right. and I'm addicted to Minecraft. Something about the starkness of this this image is really tickling me. Europe is so hot right now that even meteorologists are calling it hell, and Australians are all laughing. Those gatekeeping Australians with their 300-degree weather. Get back to the outback, ye Aussies. Achievement unlocked. Obtain a wife. Hey look, it's the game theory symbol. Only gamers will ever know what this means. True gamers will never know what this means. No man that works 40 hours a week wanna come home to no food and arguing. It's cute how people think a 40-hour work week is so exhausting. I remember my first part-time job. Yes, thank you. Actually, it's only existentialism if it comes from the existentialism region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling anxiety. You must be fun at parties, Aaron Paul Sullivan. Straight men be like, oh, I love women, but then the only women they like are skinny long-haired girls aged 18 to 25. Fake fans, SMFH. Oh, you love women? Name 3 of their albums. I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm yes, I'm no. I don't know. I'm throwing a joke out there. If it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Next post. Office noobs. I just finished The Office for the first time. Office fanatics. Congratulations on your 1 series viewing. I have 70, each one better than the last. That's weird. Men who don't like football are always weirdos. You know what? Fair enough, but I like comedy and look where that got me, okay? Look where that got me. Huh, Adina? More like a dummy. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got him. I'm awesome. Don't bring a girl to the NBA finals. She'll get bored. Is this a gatekeeping thing? I feel like this is just making fun of Justin Bieber. Give it like a -3 on the gatekeeping scale. It just seems like it's making fun of the Biebs. My generation will start a revolution. Your generation can't even start a lawnmower. Yeah, it can. You hold the thing and you pull back the thingy. And it goes brrr. That's how you start it. What, you think I don't know? You think I never started a lawnmower? Oh, you're from Georgia? Nah, I'm from Georgia. Atlanta versus Georgia. I mean, it's still Georgia. I get to be more depressed than you. White straight males have depression. I call bullcrap. Not when people of color, women, and LGBT have so much worse. Why did that girl standing on the soccer ball? That's all I want to know. Do y'all think pushing a grocery cart is feminine? Bro, any man who pushes a cart is soft AF. I usually bring my gun to the grocery store and point it at the cart and yell, run down aisle 13, bruh. Then I realized I was just picking up my girl some tampons in the most aggressive way possible because I'm a real man. Thanks, toxic masculinity. Everyone complains about the heat here in Arizona, but y'all know you got mad pride about it. Non-Arizonan, boy, it sure is hot here. It got up to 95. Arizonans, that is weak stuff. I wear sweaters at 95. Talk to me when it's 120 degrees and hasn't rained in 85 days. By the way, I don't sweat anymore and I lost the ability to spit. It's so hot. Hotel California. You're too young for that song. It's one of the greatest songs ever. So wouldn't you want to just share the song with the younger generation then if it's one of the greatest songs ever? Kurtz? James? Huh? 28 pictures people who aren't huge nerds will never understand. Boss, how good are you at PowerPoint? Me. I excel at it. Was that a Microsoft Office pun? Word. You're fired. I'm feeling lonely these days. Are you a single child? No. Then you don't know a thing about loneliness, but I do. I do. Ah! Instagram user! The normies have infiltrated. Okay, professional Reddit guy with a 4-month-old account. Ba-doom, get him, torch arts. I love it. I'm glad I grew up doing this instead of this. Yeah, how dare those kids not get calloused fingers? How dare they? Oh, so I'm a gatekeeper just because I own this gate and won't open it unless you bribe me or solve my riddles 3?
Makes sense to me.
Disabled parking lot should only be valid during business hours 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I cannot see any reason why people with genuine disabilities would be out beyond these times. We're disabled, Daniel. We're not werewolves. Coming out as bi at age 50 doesn't make you part of the queer community. Whatever you want to say to make you sleep at night, bud. When non-vegans make salad versus when vegans make salad. Aren't I so much better than you with the picture I stole from Pinterest? If you're white, you can't speak Spanish. Are you familiar with the entire country of Spain? You're literally white. Why have you given yourself a Japanese name? Learning the language doesn't make you Asian. Stop appropriating Japanese culture. Ira is a Welsh name. I'm half Welsh. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name right. If you don't know who this is, you didn't have a childhood. She was the Thanos of our childhood. Well, she was the 1972 Olympian whatever. I don't even know who she is. She's got like a fishing net with lead weights in it. I don't want to know who she is.
Now,
Eat it.
If your boyfriend never wore one of these, he was probably smart enough to go to college and has a good paying job. You should marry him. Marry who you want. It doesn't matter if you wear a uniform or not. The kind of gatekeeping the world needs. Real men don't buy women. Stop human trafficking. And I love this guy. I love his outfit too. I wish I had your confidence, homeboy. I love him. My house is like a zoo. Awesome. What do you have? A bird, a fish, a rabbit, a dog, and a cat? Yeah, well, I got lizards, snakes, a hedgehog, a snail, a couple of cockroaches, some spiders, and me. Yeah, I'm an animal. F off, Karen. Barked at me on my way to the car this morning. Oh, what a terrible gatekeeper. Look at his face. He's such a cute little guy. But he's gatekeeping, so he made it to the subreddit.
$2 is not a tip. $5 is not a tip. Anything I give you outside this bill is the tip. The right kind of gatekeeping. That is correct. Thank you for coming. Castaways don't just happen in movies. They must be from a generation that learned how to spell the old-fashioned way without the assistance of autocorrect. Instead of... Really? Why are old people so obsessed with doing this? Me as a castaway spelling with leaves? That face when you get stranded? Oh, sucks. Because there's no Pokestops. So whoever sees this... you know what to do. 2000s will never understand. Sis, we created step 5. Yeah, I never knew about the 3D effect. Seriously, I made it flat. I got to step 4 and I stopped. Actually, you know what? I never did step 4 because I just noticed that the S ends with little flat lines there. You see, I never did that. I always did it at an angle, so it was sharp all around, Pointy all around, even. Me making sure I know 20 Nirvana songs, Kurt's daughter's birthday, and Dave's shoe size before I leave the house with a Nirvana shirt on. What's the name of the other guy? Dave and Kurt. What's the other guy? The year is 2540. Damn. A student in history class notices something off about his textbook. How come these textbooks skip the years 1990 through 1999? The teacher puts his air marker down on the table, lowers his head in size, because he lifts his head, a single tear rolls down his cheek. Only 90s kids remember the 90s. Sitting in front of a craft beer couple at the Twins game, and they keep going, "That's not beer," to the poor vendor selling Bud Light. Imagine being so uninteresting that you think this counts as a personality. I've never met any craft beer people that actually do this, so sure, dude. Do millennials even eat food? Contradictory studies claim they're shopping for fewer groceries, but also dining out less. This is such a weird way of phrasing millennials go hungry because of financial crises we caused. Yes, it is. It's all so tiresome. But look, this came out in 2016, or rather, the article did, then this post in 2018, and now we've made it so far down the line that they're not going after millennials anymore. They're starting to go after Gen Z, finally. We can rest. Here's my new and improved, is it Amethyst? I think it's Amethyst. To be honest, I don't even cosplay her. I just am her. Why do white people cosplay characters of color? Why do dumbasses on Tumblr think a character who is purple isn't able to be portrayed by someone of any race? And to be as fair as possible there, if you're super white like myself, it's gonna be 1,000 times easier for you to go purple. You're a blank canvas, dude. Let's confuse 2000s kids. Literally not one 2000s kid is confused. Yeah, I genuinely don't understand why they think this would be confusing. Do you think kids don't have PE class anymore? Like at all? Everybody plays with the parachute, dude. If you don't watch a series entirely, you're not a true fan. If you do watch a series entirely, you're not a true fan. You're only a true fan if you are powered by electricity, have multiple flat blades, and spin around really fast. You don't know me, dude. Imagine falling in love with someone just to find out they watch Netflix with subtitles. I'm convinced people who don't like subtitles can't read fast. Yeah, I mean, some people just can't read fast at all, and that's pretty normal. That's totally okay. Oh man, there are so many valid reasons to utilize subtitles, and you should never make people feel stupid because of it, Just like we shouldn't make people feel stupid for not being able to keep up with subtitles. Why do you think dubbing exists? Alright? Plus, sometimes I just want to pay attention to the damn show, and I read really fast. Apparently, how you eat your steak determines your level of masculinity. Of course it does. Hardware store employees ask me for help. My wife and I have sex on weekdays sometimes. I pay a landscaping company to cut my grass. I have a favorite Taylor Swift song. My kids are in charge of the thermostat. Imagine thinking you're more of a man by making your meat more raw. That's crazy. I love the idea that you're not a man if you don't cut the grass. This isn't 1956 anymore, dude. Every gamer's reaction upon finding a blood-covered room. Well, that's not good. I'm pretty sure that this is not exclusive to just gamers. You know, I think you may be right about that one. You find yourself in Silent Hill, I think just about any person is going to go, oh dear. Friendly reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year unless you're literally from a country that does, or if you're invited by someone who is from a country that does. Friendly reminder that I hereby formally invite everyone to celebrate Lunar New Year. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. I appreciate it. We don't do that gatekeeping here, unless it's really fun. Or literal. You know, sometimes you do have to keep a gate. Only vegans can care about climate change. Shut the hell up about climate change if your mouth is full of meat. Watch Cowspiracy on Netflix.
Do your research.
Progressive males are not men. They move and gesticulate like women. The hand-over-mouth gesture is one example. Physically repulsive. Conservatives get offended by the weirdest shit. Imagine masculinity so fragile that you can't even touch your own face. Their idea of what masculinity is quickly falls in on itself. They've gone around in circles for years. At some point, they're gonna say that dating a woman is wait, they have said that. They have said that at some point, haven't they? Pants were invented for men, not women. It's impossible for a woman to wear pants, jeans, yoga pants, dress pants, leggings, dungarees, etc., without sexualizing her body, since they highlight her legs, curves, and rear end. My pants do that to me. Women who want to be modest should not own pants at all. That's a lot of words for nobody will fuck me. That is a lot of words for that. You could not pay me any amount of money to tell on myself like this on a public forum, man. Come on. Apparently, at a certain age, your parents are not allowed to celebrate your birthday anymore. Oh, is it gay to do that? The fact that at age 20, you're still having your parents buy you a birthday cake. My parents couldn't afford to buy me a fancy cake this year, so after a long day of work, my dad came home and made me one. Okay, well, your dad's awesome, though, and whoever posted this is incredibly sad. It must suck to see images on the internet that actually show parents loving their child. I'm so sorry you had to see that, random Reddit user. We'll make sure you're safe. You can't be an adult if you don't know about old car parts. About old car parts? Okay. Dad, you're sitting at the kids' table this Thanksgiving. Me? Why? What's a carburetor? Who's SpongeBob's best friend? Oh, I get it. You don't respect me at all because I like things that you don't. And I'm not interested in things that you are. No, I got it, Dad. Love you too. I'm divorced. 7 miscarriages. No hope of having any children biologically. My current partner doesn't want children, so we're not adopting. I have a loving boyfriend and a cat. Today, for the millionth time, I got told that's not a family. You can't imagine how much that hurts. Yeah, I don't like people that have zero problem having 47 goddamn kids, treating others like shit because they don't want to have a baby, or because they chose to adopt instead, or because they're happy without children and they're fulfilled without children, as if that's some sort of evil, disgusting goddamn thing to do, which it's not, by the way, okay? Chill out and mind your own business. Gray sweatpants are for dudes with not dudes with pee-pees. But if I say leggings are for bitches with ass, not bitches with long backs, I'm the bad guy. Oh yeah, in this particular case, dude, this road only goes one way. You're not allowed to clap back. I'm sorry. It's just the rules of the internet, bro. People really be grown and still using umbrellas? Are you supposed to become waterproof after you turn 18 or something? Yeah, dude, there's like a whole ceremony. They put this weird chemical around your skin that's supposed to last about 20, 30 years at a time. You gotta get it done a couple times and you're like, wait a minute. That happened to you too, right? That wasn't just me, right? Oh God, I hate the way these are written. I'm going to clap it. If English is the only language you're fluent in, you have no business making fun of how other people speak English, you unsophisticated pest. That is true. I never complain about how people who are not fluent in English speak English. Again, the Finnish girlfriend is she's fluent in English and she speaks it better than I do, okay? I would have no right because I can't speak any other language and I actually have zero ability to ever learn another language. So, you know what? All I have to do is open up my ears and take half a second, and I'll understand what you're saying, trust me. Everyone knows you can't play video games without a penis. Just got the new Super Mario Maker. I didn't know you were a gamer, bro fist. Jesus. Yeah, that's me. How about we take this to PM so we can exchange Nintendo IDs and play each other's levels? What's your Nintendo ID? Another fraudulent girl gamer that likes to boast about the fact that they buy games but not play them. And they wonder why they aren't more represented in this industry. Fool me twice, they say. Tell me, blank, have you even played Cities Skylines? No. Well, it was one of the best PC games released this year. Surely a gamer like yourself would be aware of it. What about Titan Souls? Hotline Miami 2? Lol. And don't bother replying now. Your silence speaks volumes. You know what speaks volumes even more? This. What is wrong with you, you dumbass? Oh, that's great. That's super, super cool. This is all so weird. What a weird thing to gatekeep. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit thrown off by this now, you know? How about bi people in het relationships stay out of LGBT spaces and POC who are light-skinned stay out of POC spaces? How can you be both racist and homophobic while having so many damn flags in your name? As a bi person myself, I've always been really sick and tired of people assuming that I'm straight because I'm dating a woman. You know, it's really annoying and you don't know everything and you don't get to make the rules for other people and everybody, so shut your fucking mouth kind of thing, you know what I mean? People like this drive me absolutely crazy. Are you white? I guess so. But you ate at a Chinese restaurant? You realize Chinese restaurants are often used as local gathering spots for actual Chinese people, right? Where the hell is the goddamn source on that? What makes you think you have the right to barge in there and take up space in a place that should be a safe space for people of Chinese heritage? They have good noodles. The best response they could have given there. That doesn't answer the question. Do you know what cultural appropriation is? We live in a society that's mostly dominated by white people who blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, we get that part. We get that part. But how is being a patron and spending money at a Chinese-owned business hurting any Chinese heritage or screwing up, well, really anything at all for them? How is it bad that I walk in there and give them a bunch of money? I don't understand. Maybe you should just go f***ing chill. Giving my boyfriend an empty PS5 box with a positive pregnancy test inside. If you're buying your boyfriend a PS5, you're not dating a man. Dude, really the only thing that can be said about dudes like this is that I'm sorry you don't get any anymore, and you're getting old, and you're not the hot shit you once thought you were, but I'm more of a man than you'll ever be, dude. Just saying, and that's not saying much. When you're this sad, I actually get to say that, and it's crazy. Guys who drive automatic, my car is automatic. Guys who drive manual, I'll never drive an automatic, cause I'm a real driver, and I'm one with my machine. After I put the shifter in my ass, because me and my machine are one. Yeah, there's something about that. I'm really bad at driving manual, but I'm sure that I could sort of limp my way around town if I absolutely had to. But man, do I ever absolutely not want to. It's a weird way of wording that, but no, I'm sorry, I have absolutely no desire to be a man and drive a manual. Screw that. Driving already sucks ass. Why would I want to make it more annoying? New! A Mississippi venue allegedly canceled a couple's wedding plans after discovering the couple was a black man and a white woman. We don't do gay weddings or mixed race because of our Christian race. I mean our Christian belief, a woman says. Because of our Christian race? Okay, have a good one, lady. You're not going to be able to prevent them from getting married. They can always go somewhere else, but you did it! You won one! Nurses lose their jobs for having an OnlyFans to make ends meet because they're being so underpaid, but no one bats an eyelid when firemen were doing shirtless calendars to raise extra income for the same reason? Interesting. If you're a nurse and you're doing crap like this, you shouldn't be a nurse. Pericked. I don't know what that means, but, yeah, I never understood this. Why do firemen get to be thirst traps, but any sex work from any other industry is absolutely unacceptable? And trust me, I have heard of some crazy stories that absolutely are exceptions. Trust me. Oh my God, they're out there, for sure. But in this particular case, I don't understand it. Me, I just saw a great movie. Someone who read the book No, actually. You aren't allowed to actually enjoy that. As a person who read the book, oh my god. Well, I can tell you at least one thing. I've read Lord of the Rings, I've watched Lord of the Rings, and I still think the movie got things a little bit better for people that are dumb like myself. I'm not saying that if you enjoyed it, you're dumb versus the book, but that book is, or those books, I should say, they're a lot, dude. They're just a lot, you know? Mofo was great at world building, but whew. The real heroes after Avengers Endgame. LOL, get a real job, then you can be tired. How much you want to bet this guy went to see Avengers Endgame? It's great that people, again, are using their wallets to say that this is a necessity. I need to see this movie. And they turn around and treat the people that are doing the job that they themselves have demanded be done like I'll never understand it. Homeless Chicago man suffering from hypothermia makes miraculous recovery after someone from Wisconsin informs him it's actually much colder where I'm from. Why is it that people that live in places that get really cold have to kind of do that with one another? Oh yeah, it got real cold this winter. No, it didn't. I'm from Minnesota. Do you know how cold it got up there? 3 degrees colder than it got down in Colorado. Okay, you don't know what cold is. I don't know. I spent the height of winter in Finland, and I'm pretty sure that's as cold as I ever want to deal with in my life, all right? We don't need to make suffering a competition. That is the weirdest shit I've ever heard. You're not a cooler person because your winters are on average a couple of degrees colder. Literally grow up. Fake rednecks. Real rednecks. You're goddamn right. I don't know what to say. Whenever I see this image, actually, I do know what to say now. You just gotta think about country music. Remember what Bo Burnham did? The Pandarin song? That's legitimately the left half of this damn starter pack, man. The fake redneck starter pack and the real one. Bo Burnham had it right all along, like he often does. Oh no, not another one of these. Don't call it traditional marriage if it doesn't even secure alliances between rival what? I don't think I've ever seen that word before in my life. I am glad that the clappy tweet fad is over, though. They're fun to read in your head every now and then, but at a certain point, it starts to drive you crazy. A lady in the store tried convincing my daughter to buy a doll because dinosaurs are for boys, so my 5-year-old roared at her. I'm not even embarrassed. People should just mind their own business. If my daughter wants this, you, random stranger working at the store, don't get to go, oh no, but those are for... No, shut up. That's what we're getting. What makes you think that you get to do that? We don't know you, and even if we did, it's none of your business. Some people think I learned Braille for cool points, but I actually learned it because my medicine holder has the days printed in Braille, and I forget to take my medication a lot. I didn't feel like turning on a light one night just to see my medication, so I learned Braille out of spite. Now every time I go anywhere, I have to read the Braille signs, and I have seen woman misspelled as noman several times. Tired of waking up to take medication? Learn Braille. You shouldn't learn Braille if you aren't blind. It's rude. Go die. Dear Diary, today I got a death threat for learning a language. It's just for blind people, okay? On a post about their dog dying. Sorry for your loss, and I wish you well. But come speak to me when you have kids and lose them. Are you gatekeeping being sad? They absolutely literally are. That is exactly what's going on. It's a 90s baby thing. I was born in the 2000s and literally experienced the exact same things. Yeah, in this case, when schools just don't really get a whole lot of money, they're going to have decades worth of the same crap. So generation after generation after generation will experience the same tired old hand-me-downs and such because the schools just get no money. So yeah, it's not a 90s baby thing. What's that one thing no writer should ever do? No writer should ever write an experience story that isn't theirs to write. If you're a straight white dude, you don't write about the experience of coming out as a trans black girl. Write diverse casts, but don't write the experience of someone that needs to come from another. J.K. Rowling wrote about a schoolboy's experience and she did pretty well. Did she? There's not much she can really do well, if I'm being honest. So, did she? Yes, I did a photo shoot with my thesis. Longest labor ever. On both serious and superficial levels, a PhD is nothing like parenting. For those of us who have experienced trauma around the second, making light of that is patronizing and insensitive. Well, why don't you go cry about it to someone who gives a shit, or even better, someone who asked? When you get in your friend's new sports car and see it's an automatic, oh, someone's envious. You're just envious that your friend has a cool new car that you don't get, right? Why do we still do this? I don't get why we still do this. I mean, Just after a quick, just a 2-second Google search with really no digging deep into it, it shows that so far in 2023, a little over 3 months, obviously, 1.7% of all new car purchases have been vehicles with a manual transmission. 1.7. Now that's up a little bit from last year, I guess, but, damn. I'm sure that those numbers are completely inaccurate in one way or another, but come on, man. Just shut up, honestly. Chadwick Boseman worked on some of the biggest films in history while battling stage 3 colon cancer. Meanwhile, some of y'all struggle to simply take a shower because you just can't adult today. Believe me when I say that Chadwick Boseman would be ashamed to know that you're using his death to make other people feel bad about their health. Like he has any right to do that whatsoever. And I think that we can definitely safely say that the person responding to the original tweet is correct here. He would be pretty fucking grossed out by what you're doing here. If you're at a dinner and somebody introduces himself as Dr. Smith, you'd be rather upset to learn that he had a doctorate in musicology if you were to suffer a stroke at the table. If you were at a dinner party and someone introduced themselves as Ben Shapiro, you'd be rather upset to be at that dinner party. Dr. Evan Williams, DMA Music Composition. Yeah, I mean, even if I was an MD and someone had a stroke at the table, am I supposed to fix it on the dinner table? Everybody has the ability to call 911, and the EMTs aren't going to let the doctor do a bunch of crap. They're going to do their job and get him to someone who can help out. So I don't know what kind of point he's making here. Elderly man spent 10 years turning 150-foot-long hedge into giant dragon. What a waste of time. Go volunteer at a shelter. Sandra, fuck off. Chick in band t-shirt. Name 3 songs. You know what? Everybody out there that wears band t-shirts, you guys should start wearing t-shirts for bands you don't even like, just to piss off these weirdos. Please start doing that. Wholesome gatekeep. Is that even possible? Take a picture, not a trophy. This is how real men shoot animals. I concur. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. I only got 1. The pride and superiority you feel from having an unhealthier lifestyle than others is a short-term gratification that will lead to long-term detriments. I'll never understand it. Millennials be like, yo, this Fortnite bangs or this Black Ops slaps. Yeah, well, I went to work today at my tax office banging a real job. Lol, shut up. I bet you had a really great time doing that. I bet it was super fun for you. I'm gonna go back to enjoying video games with a job that doesn't require me to go work at a tax office, you freaking dork. Each large muscle of a bodybuilder represents a language he didn't learn, a poem he didn't read, a fun fact he never memorized. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot. If people don't live their life like you, they're fucking stupid. No, I totally get it. You are better than everyone else. 1 month cigarette free. 9 years, mother. Congratulate yourself after 2 years minimum or be prepared to start the loop again. Can you imagine doing that to someone? Doing that to someone who's kicking a horrid habit that's really gonna mess them up? Someone who's doing such a good job that they made it to a month? I've had problems with drinking. 1 month? Never made it even close, dude. Never even remotely close. And if someone came in there and went, ha, you're gonna fail. You. Call me when you make it to a decade, bitch. Damn. You know what? If that's your attitude after 9 years, I hope you start the damn loop again, jackass. If you're white, you can't speak Spanish. Are you familiar with the entire country of Spain? You know, it's interesting. I saw some weird argument that this reminded me of when it came to Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, the new one. And someone said, hey, why is the guy playing Puss not more brown or darker or whatever the hell they said? Actually, someone called him a white guy. It's so weird. It's so weird. People like this telling themselves in the funniest way. They think that if you speak Spanish, you have to be Mexican. You have to be from Mexico. It's the only Spanish-speaking place in the world, right? God. Real men don't hit you up late at night demanding photos of your naked body. Real men hit their desks with closed fists demanding photos of Spider-Man. Well, this one's correct. Grown-ass men that play video games, ask yourself this. What's the last time, or when's the last time you've been laid? A few days ago. I've got 5,000 hours in Destiny, a 1,500-pound powerlifting total, and a 6-figure design business, and I manage a neuromuscular disease. A real man can do whatever they want and advance in life. I don't see you asking people that watch sports this. Ooh, gotcha. You really think your job is tough? I'm sure you're right. Most jobs have difficult aspects to them. Kudos to you for sticking with it. No fun allowed. Only stonks. If you're 25 to 30 and your main circle isn't frequently discussing stocks, real estate, opening businesses, committed relationships, and fitness, and instead is discussing getting high or drunk, one-night stands, and the good old days, then it's time to elevate your circle. It's time for you to go get some bitches. I'm sorry, that's not... That one came out way too fast. That was automatic. You're literally white. Why have you given yourself a Japanese name? Learning the language doesn't make you Asian. Stop appropriating Japanese culture. Ira's a Welsh name? I'm half Welsh? Only art students have eyes. Was that not true? I thought that always was. Only art students or art enthusiasts will get how cool this watch is. Literally everyone knows who Salvador Dali is. This is what dying at 20 looks like. This is what a medicine cabinet is supposed to look like. It's not the medieval age anymore. Don't call yourself a gatekeeper unless you talk like this. Damn straight. Oh, so you're a gamer, dude? Tell me 5 facts about Barbie Horse Adventures Wild Horse Rescue. Wait, Barbie Horse Adventures Wild Horse Rescue. The one directed by Phil Drinkwater? That's right, Phil Drinkwater? Produced by Team Banshee? Yeah, trust me, I'm a bit of a gamer. Still think it's weird that we got a Barbie game like that on PlayStation 2 and Xbox. I mean, I'm gonna have to find a couple copies for my collection for sure. Alright? Look, some games can be surprisingly fun, okay? The orator of all vegetarians. Is that the right way to pronounce that? Probably not. Would y'all still eat it? I'm a vegetarian because I don't like the taste of meat, but if I saw these annoying-ass labels in my grocery store, I'd be buying the whole stock and throwing a barbecue for the whole neighborhood. Wow, was looking for a comment from another vegetarian, but wow, don't consider you to be one, sorry. I didn't realize that you were the king vegetarian. I did not realize that you were above the rest of them and got to decide who and who was not a vegetarian. Man, that title must suck. You're not a man unless you hunt. Hunt for bargain prices. Hunt for cell phone companies that don't charge hidden fees, am I right? Your boyfriend doesn't hunt? That's cute. What's her name? Dudes who order boneless wings close the fridge with their hips. Yeah? And what of it? My hands are full and my ass is fat. You wish you were me. I also hate that debate too. Bone in versus boneless. I prefer boneless because I don't like getting frickin' gross, okay? I've also had problems with acne and skin issues on my damn face and hands. It's gross. I do not like it. It freaks me out. And being on the spectrum, I get really overwhelmed by certain sensations. So yeah, I'm gonna order my spicy chicken nuggets and you can cry about it, bitch. People born in 1999, people born from 2000 to 2003 that grew up with the exact same things. It's funny that people born today will probably grow up with the exact same things that I did. Barked at me on my way to the car this morning. Oh, finally, we have a real gatekeeper. Kids nowadays don't know nothing about these. Yeah, because that's how time works. Also, on a side note, these things are so goddamn expensive now, it blows my mind. Remember when guys spent weekends doing this? Now they do this and can't change a tire? Haha, all men need to worry about their masculinity. That's what they should be doing all the time. If they're not fixing cars, then they're gay, or they're women, or they're not human, or whatever. Ha 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 ha. When a childless person tells me they're tired, imagine thinking you have a monopoly on suffering because you were raw. Yeah, right? Hey, I loved your tofurkey dinner recipe you shared. How long have you been vegan? Hey, thanks, I love making it. Not vegan, though. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, vegetarian? No, I just don't like the taste and texture of most meats. Oh, so you're like pretending to be a vegan because it's cool and in? I've been vegan for 3 years now, and it was the best decision I made in my life. It's not hip or cool, it's important. Well, good for you, that's great. I'm not pretending to be a vegan at all. In fact, I'm quite open about eating beef on my profile. Now, there's public posts that state that. I just like tofu more than most meats. Tofu is strictly for vegans and vegetarians. You're basically admitting to appropriating us and stealing what we need for your own selfish use. I'm going to request to the admin that you are removed from our group. With all due respect, I'm not appropriating anything. I'm eating food I like, you absolute... Dad with breast cancer rejected from support groups because he's a man. Oh, right, I forgot. Breast cancer literally can't happen to men because men don't have any breast tissue of any kind. No muscles there, no nothing. Absolutely can't do it. It's not possible. It's totally fake. Can you sense my sarcasm? Biden tells African-American radio host, "You ain't black if you have trouble deciding between Trump and me." Oh, dear freaking Lord. Oh, man. And these candidates are just gonna... They're never gonna improve! I put 2 creamers in my coffee. Real men drink their coffee black. Real men do whatever they want. Real men conform to traditional concepts of manliness. I like flavor and life's too short to let my masculinity depend on a cup of frickin' coffee. Thank you. Thank you, we've done it. This is the best one. Thank you so much. Why is gatekeeping always about masculinity and stuff? It always seems to be about veganism or you're not a real man. Using the sprout emoji as a non-vegan should be illegal. Why? Why? Answer my question. What's the appropriate length of shorts for a man? Grown men should not wear shorts. Okay, I'm gonna go wear shorts now, because it's really nice outside. And I don't want to die from heat stroke so I don't look gay. To you, at least. Gatekeeping life itself. This is not life. This is life. Cool. Can you give me some money so that I can go live that life? Nah, I'm still stuck being homeless in the one on top. Can you help? Just don't be poor. Anyone who met the love of their life before they turned 25 is not allowed to talk to me about dating. Having to do this with a fully formed frontal lobe is something you'll never understand. Doesn't it technically stop developing at 26? Didn't we find that out relatively recently, or have we always known that? And, dude, you don't talk like you have a fully developed anything, especially understanding of relationships. Mini Cooper owner knows what it takes to be a real man. Real men use 3 pedals. Okay, I use 2, and my car still works. That's crazy. But you're totally right. I must just be a little gay boy because I like my car to be easier. I'm not a sports guy. I really don't give a crap. Bristol's Gatekeepers. Oh, I see, literally. Which apps you can text on? Using Snapchat as your main form of communication with your significant other is so odd to me. Like, grow up, you're not in middle school relationships anymore. Mature, please. Honey, you're using TikTok. So sorry about that one, sweetie. It's funny, because I actually use Snapchat as my primary method of communication, period, right now. I think that the company is ruining the app completely and utterly, and it's quite embarrassing and crappy, but I don't like texting anymore. I don't like typing. I'm constantly making spelling mistakes and screwing up and looking like a dipshit, and I'm tired of it, okay? No, autocorrect does not help. It usually makes the problem worse. But with Snapchat, I get to just talk to you. I get to actually say what I'm trying to say. Much easier, dude. So much easier. So yeah, a little rich coming from someone who's probably chronically on TikTok, telling me that I need to grow up because of Snapchat. Nature is clear. Women ought to have long hair and men short. Long hair on a woman is her glory. Long hair on a man is a disgrace. Eric, you seem like a salty bitch. Is it because your hair is thinning out and you can't make it long anymore? Or is it that you look stupid with long hair, but all your friends look really good? How dare you ask a sub that helps identify cars to help identify a car? Only people who already know what all cars are welcome here. What? For the life of me, could not figure out what this car is. Is that a Skyline? You have no business on this sub if you don't know what the hell that is. Why would you even care what any vehicle was if you couldn't identify the most famous vehicle ever? I mean, I think it's a Skyline. I don't know. An imported Japanese sports car? But I don't know. Gotta admit, though, when I hear adults complaining about the cost of milk, I find myself wondering what you as an adult are doing buying cow milk in the first place. You gonna drink it with dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets and a bag of gummy worms? Grow up. Or we could, mind our own business. Gatekeeping who can drink milk is weird, and just as bad as people who are upset over plant-based milk. I mean, I don't know why the guy up top thought he had a mic drop moment. Hell yeah, I'm gonna drink my milk with my nuggies and gummy worms. Kiss my ass. You see, that's the best part about being an adult. I get to live my life, and you can suck my balls. Actual mothers trying to enjoy Mother's Day, women with dogs. Who cares, dude? Quit being a baby. Who cares? What if those women with dogs couldn't have a baby of their own? Why don't you chill the hell out? NBA fan gatekeeping. Nuggets fans are fake as hell. I'm in Colorado and have gone to every Celtics Nuggets game at Ball Arena for the past 7 years. Crowd used to be over 60% Celtics fans. Now that Denver's good, the fans magically appear and act like they care. This year's game was about 90% Nuggets fans. I've seen a couple of Nuggets games. What do you mean when they got good? Or now that they're good? They were good before. I've watched them win. What's the big deal here? It's bullshit that retirement homes have a minimum age. Being old and feeble is a mindset. Let me in. I get the joke. I don't believe for 1 second this is a unironic tweet, by the way, at all. And I think it's funny. How it should be done. One from Facky Book. How kids mod their cars. How adults mod their cars. How it should be done. Man, you just mad all the driftable cars over there are way cooler than your stupid muscle ones. Also, come on, muscle cars. I've always loved that term. Don't you? Muscle cars? You want to have a hobby where you do something really cool and nifty with your vehicle, but you gotta make it as masculine as possible. Let's call it muscle. Gatekeeping drinking water. Hey, yo, I don't know who's updating the list of crap men can't do, but can someone add drinking from a bubbler? 'Cause what the heck? Is that a grown man? Where's your water bottle? Why is your mouth open and that close to something? People like this project so hard. Yeah, you wish your mouth was open and close to something, buddy. Projecting much? Imagine where we are really quick. It's now gay to drink water. You're not a man if you drink water. Wow. Sorry, but if you say the word literally inside continental, you have 5 minutes to finish your drink and then you must leave. If you actually start a sentence with I literally, you must leave immediately. This is the most overused, annoying word in the English language, and we will not tolerate it. Stop Kardashianism now. Yeah, but what if I literally mean the word literally when I use it? Just because people misuse it doesn't mean I'm planning on misusing it. God, I literally cannot stand people like this. Gatekeeping pain? Oh, dude, yeah, people do that like it's a goddamn hobby, man. POV, you're on your period. Oh, God, here we go. Here we go. Are you people still afraid of physical pain? I blocked that feeling a long time ago. No, you didn't. Now I can only feel mental pain. Okay? Grow up! World is not for people who are still afraid of physical pain. They will only use you till you get used to it. And it a lot painful than periods. How much you want to bet this person has no idea what period pain is even remotely like? I have never met a single person who experiences periods who has had anything less than, oh my God, I want to die. In terms of their 1 to 10 pain scale, it's usually blown past 10 and they want to die. That's all I ever hear. All right? Quit downplaying this crap. I'll kick you in the balls. Average people hobbies, television, party, gaming, job. Rich people hobbies, gym, knowledge, invest in mentors. Did I say business? It's kind of hard to see through there. But no, my job is not a hobby. My job is my job. It is my trade. It is my profession. Also, I don't know anybody that would call partying their hobby, except for maybe Pinkie Pie. But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. She's not real. A message for women who don't shave their underarms. It's not sexy. It's not empowering. It's nasty. Stop trying to be a man. You're not one. And if you have hairy pits, you're never gonna land one. Yeah, she's really stupid and all, but the one thing I'm hung up on here, because the tweet is bullcrap and not valid in any way, is that her name is Jedediah. At least I would assume she's a she. I have to make the assumption in this particular case because I know nothing else, but I didn't know Jedediah could be a woman's name. I've never seen that before. It does make me curious. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm only here for the plants, duh. Hello, do you actually have a horticulture? Horticulture, not horticulture. A horticulture job, or hold a horticulturist degree? Or do you just think buying plants makes you one? I do have a degree. Thanks for asking. Ooh! I like all the likes on that comment like it's valid to ask. 'Cause it's not, by the way. You're on Instagram. Quit acting like you're the police. The Instagram police, if you will. No one cares about your opinion or your questions. You didn't slam dunk on anybody. You didn't mic drop today. Someone just likes plants. Quit being a baby back. Gatekeeping what is or isn't poetry. In my opinion, erasure poetry is not poetry in any way, and to destroy someone else's writing, or, God forbid, poem, and then call the leftover words a new poem is pure Philistinism? Anyway, fight me. I don't know what any of that meant. I don't know what erasure poetry is. I don't get what you're talking about. Poetry's very open-ended. Hell,
This stupid tweet could be a poem. Quit being a baby. Why is everybody such a baby? Under a post of a parent looking for Pokemon game recommendations for their kid. Only 90s kids can enjoy Pokemon, apparently. Only 90s kids get to enjoy it. Dude, you were probably born in 1997. You're not a 90s kid. You're not. You were just born then, okay? Hello, everyone. I still really love these styles from around 2012 or 2014. I think. Poser. Just clarifying, but are you insulting the original poster? No, not at all. But real punks don't buy pre-ripped jeans or have a Pinterest board of punk-inspired outfits. Only posers do that. But I'm also old, so I don't know. Calling someone a poser because they don't meet some arbitrary standard is pretty insulting. People are allowed to like some parts of a culture without committing to all of it. Yeah, I don't know. Punks have always been pretty gatekeepy. Look, watch the movie SLC Punk, Salt Lake City Punk. It's a very, very wild experience, but it stars Matthew Lillard. That feels very punky, right? They're always gatekeepy. That's like the whole thing. Any of the niches out there, goths, emo, scene, punk, metalheads, they're all incredibly gatekeepy. And if you don't think that your niche is, I'm sorry, you're wrong. That's right, guys. Apparently you're a raging homosexual if you put on a seatbelt before driving. Imagine not getting ejected out of your car after getting into a crash and dying. Oh my god, that image is small. Hold on. If you're a grown man and wear a seatbelt in the passenger seat, you are like to be a raging homosexual. Damn straight. I mean, yeah, call me super gay, because I'm gonna be frickin' safe. Also, come on, you can't go around calling people raging homosexuals when your profile photo is a shirtless, what I can only assume, picture of you. I stopped reading when they started their sentence with real victims. Oh boy. Real victims know we don't forget the facts surrounding what happened to us, ever. I agree. Real victims also have more than accusations of a crime, especially when there's a history of narrative that is never taken to criminal court. Excuse me? Migraine, pain, and remedies. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad. Exactly what I came here to say. It pushes a button in me that elicits the comeback of, if you're anywhere but a darkened room with a trash can, then you have a different headache than a migraine. It cost me friends, but I can't help it. I haven't had one in a while, and never had as many as my mother, but one would have been enough. And these people who claim they stopped a migraine with Dr. Pepper and one Excedrin? Ridiculous, as anyone who's ever suffered through a migraine knows. God, I'm so tired of people. They're all so awful. And this is coming from me. I'm a whiny baby all the time here. You're not a true Torontonian until you've tried 8 of these 12 downtown restaurants. I mean, you're right, I'm not a true Torontonian. Torontonian? It's a weird word, you know? Strange. Real New Yorkers ride yellow. Well, thank goodness, I'm not a real New Yorker, so I don't give a crap. I will not be getting into your scam mobile. Imagine gatekeeping a mental illness to a political side. I don't know who needs to hear this, but in order to be autistic, you can't be conservative or right-wing. Oh, there's a lot of mofos that would absolutely disprove this. Elon Musk is not autistic. Okay. Same with Palmer Luckey, Zuck, and the Tech Bros. 4chan users are not autistic. Autism is inherently left-wing and anti-fascist. You're just saying shut up. Take this tweet and shove it up your nose. Jeez. Imagine taking something that is a spectrum and absolutely defining who can and who can't have it, or be on it, rather, to be more accurate. Roadrunner is pretty universally well known. And so it begins. Only the very best generations will get this. Do you think they don't show any cartoons anymore on TV? Do you genuinely think that the Roadrunner cartoons were, like, deleted at a certain point? Although that is getting more likely by the day. Do you think that absolutely no one under the age of, like, 50 is going to be able to tell what this is? You're old, not special. Rural towns in the US, rural towns in the UK. It's not rural if it's 30 minutes drive to the capital. You need to drive 2 hours to get groceries in the rural towns. In Europe, you go across the border in one. What does that even mean, dude? Please leave Ruby alone and stick with hentai? I feel like that's what you want, and Ruby will never be that. I have no idea what that show is. I don't care, but oh yeah, the anime fans. Woo! Buddy, are they a gatekeepy bunch. Hardly surprising after Speaker McCarthy canceled yada yada yada, event in the House, Bernie Sanders comes to the rescue and hosts her in the Senate. How fun. Bernie Sanders is approximately as Jewish as a ham sandwich topped with shrimp on lard bread. I am beyond flabbergasted at your target here, you little cretin. Wow, that's just really sad. You know nothing about Bernie, apparently, but who's really surprised by that? People who claim to be Lana Del Rey fans, but only listen to her famous songs, have no idea the meaning of the word. You understand her when you hear her less popular songs. She's amazing, and one of the only singers who's keeping it real. You know, I knew a girl in high school who loved, is it MGMT, the band, or is it supposed to be Management? I have no idea. I don't give a crap. And of course, I love their popular songs, even though I've heard that they think fans that like those songs are stupid. But this girl, whoo! If you told her that you liked any of their popular songs, she would straight up verbally abuse you. No joke. She would call you all the names in the book. You know, a loser, a dumbass, you don't know anything. Those songs actually suck. You gotta listen to the rest. It's actually crazy how much gatekeeping is just out there in general in every fandom. A man shouldn't wear these shirts. What do you mean? A tank top? Yeah, that really? That's it? We wore mini skirts, bell bottoms, and tank tops. Drove muscle cars. Listened to the best bands ever. And there has never been a generation cooler since. Guys, you have got to let it the go. You were the worst generation. I'm talking about boomers here, because I know for a fact Gen X did not drive muscle cars, wear bell bottoms, and listen to the best bands ever. Okay, to be fair, Gen X got some sick-ass music. Every generation does, deal with it. But, nah, this is some boomer. Gatekeeping jars. Huh? An international coffee giant says a smaller Australian competitor has copied its iconic glass jar and has opened legal proceedings. The experts say the case may not be open and shut for roasting giants. What? Oh, for roast, I see. Man, it's really hard to get stuff across in text sometimes. Yeah, nice try. It is a jar. These do not look the same. They are jars. Those evil socialists participating in capitalism. Exclusive. Self-declared socialist AOC splurges on high-dollar hairdo. Sad to see democratic socialists like Bernie and AOC do things like buy winter coats and get haircuts. Don't they know that real socialists avoid purchasing goods and services? Yeah. Don't they realize? Gatekeeping calling yourself something pertaining to a hobby. None of these when you are true, with exception to the veteran, because it is a different situation from the other examples. Hobbies become a part of your identity when you dedicate time to improve and perfect the hobby. Let's take your first example, since it has the highest frequency of repetition. Running. Once a week does not make you a runner. It makes you someone who runs once a week. To be considered a runner, you'd have to have specific goals and a dedication to the art with intent to improve through practice and repetition. Doing something occasionally doesn't make it part of your identity. I occasionally bake, but would never refer to myself as a baker. I say I occasionally like to bake. Bro, you are sad. You're making me sad. Who cares? Who cares? Apparently not spending enough negates the time and effort to paint an army. It's the gate which must be held. I've gone to Horus Heresy events and just simply not played against people who bring printed units or printed Primarchs. It's a real middle finger to those of us who put in the time, money, and effort into using the real units. When official models become available, I'll be using them and staying away from people who don't. Okay, I won't take a sports car seriously unless it's on California plates. That's the only place in the US with the right climate and culture. A Ferrari with Nebraska tags is not a flex. Brah, you're only affording it by living in an area with zero quality of life and no taxes. What? Zero quality of life? You've never lived in California, have you?
For the poser wannabe 90s kids.
Fake 90s kid starter pack. People born in 1993 plus pretending remember December 31st, 1999. Except someone born in 93 would probably be developing memories around that time, so, okay. Watch this, not this. What the hell does this even mean? This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, dude. This is weird. Now, funnily enough, I was thinking about my earliest memories. My earliest, most formative memories. I distinctly remember going to see the first Harry Potter movie in theaters. That was 20 plus years ago. I don't like remembering things from that long ago. It's making me feel old. I don't like being able to go, oh yeah, that was 20 years ago. Stop it. Real Californians don't say Cali. Depends on where you live. Cali influencers still tan. Midwest to East, they don't. Nope, the sun is just way brighter here. It's April, and the UV is 7 to 10 this week. Oh, the index, excuse me. Everyone wears sunscreen, except maybe old straight men. Also, no one from California says Cali. It's a borderline disgusting shortening of California. Most people here wear sunglasses to avoid aging due to skin damage. Yeah, the sunglasses really protect a lot of your skin. A lot of us have had plastic surgery and those lines fade away with religious sunscreen use. Basically, you're getting somewhat of a tan just by living here in the spring, summer, or fall. Man, hold on a second here, because I'm out in Colorado, as you guys know. The UV index right now is 7. Yesterday, it was 9. But no, only California has a high UV index. Broken Hearts finds a girl who watches anime, has only watched Death Note, dub. Oh, right, because dubs are apparently just incredibly inferior and stupid, and you're a loser if you listen to them. You know, it's pretty great. It's pretty great that as a professional voice actor, how many fans of animated shows out there literally, completely, and strictly look down on us. We are inferior to the originals somehow. I understand having a preference. I do. Sometimes I prefer the dub, sometimes I prefer the sub, okay? But I'm really, really sick and tired of fans who are like, oh, if you watch the dub, you're actually stupid. Like, you're legitimately dumb and clearly can't read. And hey, us American or Canadian voice actors doing the dub, completely talentless pieces of really. That's what you make people feel like. Honestly, you're sad, and I would never associate with someone who's this weird about anime, dude. God, daring to be afraid. Did you say a taint needle? A tiny needle in your taint is scary? Man, wait until you find out what women deal with on the regular. What? As soon as you turn on the stove, it's not a depression meal anymore. If you have enough energy to turn on the stove and cook a full meal with seasoning, then you're not depressed. What? The hell are you people talking about? Imagine gatekeeping? Depression. Trying to make yourself feel superior in such a pathetic way. You're not really depressed. I'm depressed. You're not. Vegans, vegetarians, shut the f*** up. Marjorie Taylor Greene says that adopted or parents through marriage I see what she's saying. Or parents through marriage aren't real parents because they're not biological. She just told a witness who was a mother through marriage that she's not a mother. Well, remember, everything that comes out of that stupid psycho's mouth is complete bullshit. She is insane. I literally think that she is actually psychotic and broke years ago. So don't take anything she says seriously, because she's f***ing crazy. Apparently you need to enjoy every F1 race ever to be an F1 fan. Absolutely, dude! Anyone who says this race was boring is clearly never going to enjoy F1 in the long term. Was it a classic? No. Was it fine? Yes. There was a strategy battle for the lead and overtakes up and down the field throughout. If that's not enough for you, this is the wrong sport. If you need safety cars and red flags to keep your attention, give up. Then and now. What happened? I don't know. They were different stories? Literally, they're just different stories, but you're stupid as hell. I'm entirely convinced only 5% of the followers of this sub really have thalassophobia. Whew, okay. For those of us actually experiencing it, a response of "screw you, OP" should in fact be the kind of response you're aiming for and be mission accomplished. Dare I say, it should be your measuring stick by which you're following the rules of the sub. Secondly, if you find the above statement offensive, then you obviously don't actually have thalassophobia. And this is all just some weird photo obsession you have. Bro, thalassophobia is not actually a community of people trying to scare the shit out of themselves or each other. I've been there for years. Can you imagine how boring that sub would be if it was literally just a bunch of people going, "Oh, screw you, OP, I just shat my pants." Dude, that would suck. Shut up. I didn't recognize the song until I heard "Bye Bye." Then the nostalgia almost gave me a seizure. If you didn't recognize it till then, it wasn't nostalgia. Right! My memories and associations are supposed to work exactly like yours, because we're all the same person, with the same brains and personalities and genetic structure. We're all identical. Right! I forgot about that. Gatekeeping graffiti. Really? Don't think because you... Hold on, I gotta zoom in on this one. Don't think because you mugs what does that say? That it mean you live this, you are just acting. I love graffiti art, but you genuinely need to learn how to write English. I hate it when people have good lives, but are still saying they're depressed. They'll say, I earn $200K a year at a job I like, and if it wasn't for my boyfriend or girlfriend, mom and dad, all my family and friends, I would have ended it. Please, give me any one of those and I'll live to be 100. I get what people are saying. Oh no, the poor, rich, successful person. But come on, Quit saying that people aren't allowed to be depressed because they're successful and probably comfortable. Comfort can also breed depression. That's what I've got. You're not a gamer if you don't post about it. Oh god. You have no idea how much PvE meant to the Overwatch community. Having solid multiplayer and single-player content's always been a staple of Blizzard games like Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, and then these profiteering suckers come in and chop everything up into bite-sized pieces. Yeah, I agree. Blizzard is terrible, and Overwatch 2 is probably one of the biggest embarrassments I've ever seen in gaming. I'm not kidding. I've seen a lot in gaming. I love this franchise. I've loved almost every Blizzard IP. Sure you do. You post on Reddit very frequently about anything and everything. Yet in 5 years on here, you referred to Diablo exactly once before this thread. Right. If you're not chronically on Reddit, you're lying. Totally given up on life? Then why not let the world know by wearing gray tracksuit bottoms? This doesn't feel gatekeepy, this just feels like a stupid joke. Not a true Giants fan. I can't remember the last time I saw a complete game shutout. Great stuff. 7 years ago, Maddie had a complete game shutout. Must not be a true Giants fan. Ah, kiss my ass, how about that? I would totally watch a video where teens have to use 90s tech for a week and watch their lives melt down into complete chaos as they try to figure out printed MapQuest directions and hour-long LimeWire downloads to listen to one song. You know, it's funny. I was born in 96. I dealt with all the tech that this person is talking about because, crazy thing, grew up poor, couldn't afford any of the newfangled shit, so I got all of the old stuff. I've experienced it all. Didn't have any issue with it whatsoever. I don't think anybody would. In a very tech-literate society, for the most part, because there's a lot of people that refuse to try, because it's not just, oh, I'm old and I don't know. They refuse to try. They're doing it on purpose, because it's not confusing at all. There's nothing wrong with 90s tech. Talk to a 15-year-old right now, hand them a Walkman. Within 30 seconds, they'll know what it is, they'll know what it does, they'll know how to use it, no problem, okay? And MapQuest, still up. Quit being a gatekeeping a YouTuber. You didn't have the true experience if you didn't watch Cubs Scouts. You were never a fan if you didn't watch him play Yansim, or Yansim, or whatever. Who cares?
Love your furry friend? Level up your bond with your pet with our The Dog/Cat Parent sweatshirt. Don't miss out.
If your dog fits one of these, it isn't a dog.
Careful, your obvious masculinity is showing. My generation drank Everclear and ran from the law on Friday nights. Your generation drinks White Claw and calls the law if your feelings get hurt. We aren't the same.
Hey, who's that calling the police when a family of immigrants is having a barbecue? Oh, look, it's a boomer.
Does anyone still make real homemade mashed potatoes instead of making them from a box? That's right, somehow mashed potatoes has gatekeeping. Boys literally don't post anything on social media. A guy could be getting married and he'll only post like the sunset on his story.
And this is how it should be. Posting on social media is for the girls.
That confirms it. This man thinks Andrew Tate is a girl.
No, not him. I love him.
Games you are not allowed to enjoy under any circumstances. This has been a message from the Gaming Under Ethics Association. Is it a coincidence that all of these games are the ones the person who posted this really sucks at compared to their friends?
No, shut up.
Now, to be fair though, they merely say you're not allowed to enjoy the games, so as long as you don't smile, you're okay. People whose favorite jets are F-14, Su-57, F-22, and A-10 are NPCs. If that's your opinion, I can only imagine what you think of people who have no idea what these are.
You must have a working knowledge of fancy French breads before you are 7 years old.
Baguette. I don't know what that is, to be honest.
Look at this stupid young thing. Literally, how do you not know what a baguette is? I don't care where you live, but if you are over 6 years old, you should know what a baguette is.
This is a real pathetic dig on a child. Unless they live in France. I mean, I'm sorry, French kids, but you get no excuse. It's like an American kid not knowing what a gun is, or an Australian kid not knowing what a divorce is. Adults who still drink milk. Are you okay? Unless you're a hungry baby. Drinking milk on its own is unsettling behavior. I'm no longer surprised that Vice is now shutting down.
Take your Ringo haircut and leave me and my cow juice alone. Ruby is for non-men only.
There is so much to unpack with this, it ends up becoming a Russian doll. You're not old, I'm old! On a post about gaming, no less. I'm old, 35. It's so frustrating. I couldn't move on to the next level or whatever. I just die and restart. Uninstalled it, lol. I struggled a lot before I did a random co-op session with some guy and figured out a lot of stuff out watching and following him. It's been a bit, but I think the co-op becomes available after a few runs. 35 ain't old, buddy. Well, it feels like it, pal.
Oh, nerd media was better when it was made for white nerdy dudes and not activists and fat women.
I never understand this because it's not like you're getting less of your pervy content. They're just making stories that aren't about characters with big boobs or the fact that they have boobs alongside your already pervy content. The only thing you're upset about is that it's no longer acceptable to be an open pervert. Gatekeeping, checks notes. Graduations from 5-year-olds. Oh, of course it's in child-free.
Graduation ceremonies for young children are just ridiculous.
Your child doesn't graduate kindergarten.
Your first grader doesn't graduate first grade. Your fifth grader doesn't even graduate fifth grade. Graduations don't count until you're in high school.
Now, you may think they have somewhat of a point. After all, kindergarten is mostly babysitting. But like with most child-free rants, we'll soon find out this is motivated by jealousy. Because,
as someone who's working on her third college degree, I just get really frustrated toward the end of the year when my Facebook and social media feed is clogged with pictures of mommies posting their children in cap and gown regalia when they haven't even started learning basic arithmetic yet. Graduation ceremonies aren't for children. Graduation ceremonies are for significant academic achievements only. It starts in high school and goes until college. Anything before that is useless and stupid and an insult to people who actually worked really hard to get college degrees or even just a high school diploma.
this person genuinely thinks they're competing with toddlers. This also reeks of the energy of someone who complains about raising the minimum wage while they don't get a raise on their 100K a year job.
Graduations just don't mean anything anymore. Parents think they're entitled to ruin everything for everybody just to make their kids feel special.
Hello, Epi. I'd like this small, insignificant thing that doesn't affect you at all.
No, mine!
Gatekeeping grieving Juice WRLD's death. Young Nudie reaction was everyone's reaction. Not really. Most of us actually took it hard and had actual reactions. Lol, speak for yourself. I don't know the exact context here though. Like, was Young Nudie's reaction just kind of like shock and silence, or was it like disdain or lack of care? Because either this person is calling them out for being rude, or is trying to imply that like, what, because you cried that you cared more? It's not how human emotions work. Athletes only a 90s kid will remember. Joke's on you, I remembered none. Maybe Kathy Freeman. Which I'm sure anyone outside of Australia does not know. Why would you feel the need to ask that in the first place, though?
When you ask a girl to name 3 songs by the death metal band on her shirt. Oh, she knows way more about the band than you do!
I think it says a lot about someone when they think the only way to impress a potential partner is by pointing out how dumber they are than them. Wow, random male, your knowledge about music and making me look dumb for, what, just basic ignorance has made me gush like a waterfall.
Only plowmen can eat a plowman's lunch.
So after someone posted about having a plowman's lunch,
Well, afterwards, did you go plow the fields for the rest of the afternoon, or are you just a poser?
any plowing I did later that afternoon wasn't fields. But since you seem unfamiliar with the term, this is for you. It's a literal type of lunch, you moron.
Yes, I am quite familiar with it, and the article only reinforced the origin being rural field workers. I say again, finish your plowing for the afternoon, or are you just gonna continue posing as a rough farm laborer?
Nah. He meant your mom.
Mother Flipper, who probably calls sticks made of fish fingers, tries to police internet language when he sees the word meters as a unit of distance. Meters. Meters tell you how much gas and electricity you have used. Both spellings work for distance.
Not in English.
Are you saying you have better knowledge of English than Oxford languages?
No, I'm saying that meters is USian, whilst meters is English.
Well, I'm in the US, so I should speak USian, right?
Yes, just never claim you speak English. You don't.
Dude, this isn't the pre-1800s. They've won. Move on. Free game. Ooh. It's on the Epic Game Store.
I'm sorry y'all are too poor to play games properly.
Oh, come on. Considering the quality that they come out these days, most of them should be free.
I don't know what the context of this video is, but hey look,
Hyenas and lioness. Apparently this is something to be upset about.
First of all, women and kids shouldn't be allowed to go to Africa.
I think this person's still upset that those people got to leave the Titanic first.
Second, the hyena should kill this bloody lioness.
If you guessed this was a recently divorced man,
You are correct.
The door to the dining area of the Alcabah Sea with a tail.
What abomination is this?
Monastery in Portugal was made narrow so that monks who got too fat were forced to go into fasting, proving that gatekeeping is almost just a natural force of human social language. Obviously, back in the time, food scarcity would have been a much bigger issue, but still, it's kind of funny to see that even the most peaceful of people were still petty.
I grew up on jackass pranks. You grew up on Jake Paul pranks. We are not the same.
As someone who grew up around people who grew up around jackass pranks, trust me, you are the same. Everything you find cringy about people who love Jake Paul, that was you. You were that person. Gatekeeping being a Star Wars fan. That's crazy. From my experience, no one's like that in that fandom. Oh? Yes, I do live like Patrick Star. Why do you ask?
Luke in his prime is unstoppable.
Also, dude literally projected his image across the universe.
Why does...
Sorry, we gotta love the fact that's their profile picture. They are just giving us straight up what they're about.
Why does everyone go to his worst example from a horrible film? That's all you know because you are a poser fan.
What even is a poser fan? But someone who just isn't into this thing as heavily as you. Damn, how embarrassing. They've got better things to do with their life. Hope you're all real. This is your annual reminder that you're not a real gatekeeper unless you're gatekeeping gatekeepers who aren't gatekeeping gatekeepers who think that they are real gatekeepers. Hang on, give me 30 hours to figure this out.
Where is the rest of the Pokemon?
Fake Pokemon fan, you can only carry 6 on your team.
Hey, it doesn't mean I'm a fake Pokemon fan for not knowing that. That was kind of harsh. Fake Pokemon fan.
Okay, bitch. Jesus, where did that come from?
I'm so sorry you got the gate slammed on your face. It's alright. Think of it this way. By having the gate slammed on your face, it's proof that you at least go outside, unlike these people.
This is not coffee. This is coffee. I'll be honest, I'm an avid coffee drinker, and the only reason I have it on the bottom option is because I can't be bothered finding that perfect consistency blending it with milk. I'm just like black coffee, chuck in my chalky protein powder, give it a swirl, and I'll be right back because I gotta go to the toilet for the next 30 minutes.
What accidentally gay thing are the Christians doing now? You can't enter heaven unless Jesus enters you.
For your sake, Jesus, just use Tinder. If someone calls themselves a fan of the Mandalorians and doesn't know what, for example, Vodaan means, then he or she is just a dumb ignorant. Oh no, sorry, just a dumb ignorant. My reaction when someone says, "This is the way." Wow, they turn into a chocolate fountain. You can literally only get real sandwiches in Italy, it seems. At that point, you're just making a normal sandwich. Go to Italy, get a real Italian sandwich, and tell me anything about that is normal. And by the way, yes, and with extra cheese, it would still be a normal cheesy sandwich. You reply to someone saying they wish instead of noodles, they just put more cheese in their bread. And you said replace the extra cheese with salami. Bread with cheese and salami is a pretty normal sandwich. That's why I said at that point you're just making a normal sandwich. Also, what's with the weird idea that only real Italian sandwiches, so that you have to go to Italy to have our normal? Like, that's just freaking weird.
Go to Italy and report.
Italy, I know you're low on tourism right now, but this is not how you advertise and encourage people to fly to Italy. A real anorexic? Oh no. Where gatekeeping literal... Wow, I pray this person is not a doctor. Doctor, I think I'm genuinely suffering from something.
Are you though? I don't think so. A real anorexic will never say they're anorexic in real life. You know why? Because of the fear of telling people about it and having them say to your face, "But you don't look anorexic. You're healthy or at a healthy weight or chubby." The fear never really goes away, not even when you're dangerously underweight. Also, admitting it out loud to people like that just makes you way too vulnerable, because it's something that plagues your every thought every day. So it's too intimate in a way.
Or, hear me out, some people aren't afraid of confronting the stigma, as if being upfront about these sort of things makes people less likely to make an assumption about you. Comments on Training Day Diner Scene. Most non-actors don't understand just how incredible this scene is. They literally show this scene in acting classes and aspiring actors reenact it. That's when you realize how great Denzel and Ethan are in this scene. Oh, you're absolutely right, Pierre 6. Those acting classes you keep spending money on are absolutely worth it. Young people read it. Imagine being nostalgic when you're not even in high school. Only 2017 Minecraft YouTube kids will understand this. OG Monster School. I'm classic, nostalgic, and actually had good jokes. Monster School now. Please help me, Siren Head got me pregnant and my dad hates me. What the fuck? Found one making up a quote for an executive producer of the Netflix Castlevania series as an excuse to gatekeep. Adi Shankar's words. Castlevania and Netflixvania are not the same. Castlevania fans and Netflixvania fans are also not the same. Never merge the two. I said this. Yep. There's no evidence online of him saying this, so quit your bullshit and quit gatekeeping. But everyone, the text is right there on the internet, which never lies. I don't understand. We have people gatekeeping Ninjago now? Oh no! It's sad to see how far Ninjago has strayed from its roots, and now it's something entirely different. If only the movie never happened, the ninjas would have their original weapons and their original personalities too, and there would have been more epic fold songs, so much lost potential. Anyone who likes Season 8 and onward is a fake fan and don't care for the integrity that the show used to have. Dude, this isn't like a DC comic turned into more of a G-rated audience. This is a literal kids show. Like you said, the villains post-Season 8 are horribly written and are also forgettable, and the ninjas are pathetic at stopping them. This is kind of why I'm glad I don't have any huge favoritism of shows. I'm less likely to develop some sort of bias from nostalgia. Except you, Halo 3. I'll always be biased about you. Mwah. Only 80s and 90s babies remember this thirsty ass, horny ass skunk. Well, there's a lot of things people remember from their childhood that they would prefer to forget. Yes, because rich people can't have feelings. That's only for the poor. Kim Kardashian opens up about the struggles of being a single parent. There are nights I cry myself to sleep. Ballpark figure of how many staff she has? 15? 30? As if you wouldn't immediately then criticize her for dumping her children off to other staff. Oh, she's not being a real parent. She's just leaving everyone else to do it for her. We are not the arbiters. That's just common sense. If you don't like Southern leaders and heroes, you're not a Southerner. You just live in the South. It's like going to a Christian church but not believing in Christ. You're at the church, but not a Christian. If your life isn't 100% absolute dog schmidt, stay out of hardcore. This is what happens when we stop gatekeeping. Hardcore is only for people who come from broken homes with a history of substance abuse and mental health issues. If your life isn't 100% absolute dog schmidt, stay out of hardcore. I feel like all you've done now is just shown to everyone that you're more about having a pity party than you are about supporting anyone close to what your life is like. Can't be my friend if you like steak well done. How do you like your steak? Rare, medium, unfriend, or block? Look, health-wise, yeah, rare, medium, rare is good to go, but still, if someone cares that much about the steak I eat, then yes, please, I'll have unfriend. Very nice! Every time I see any non-Wrangler Jeeps, I always judge them based off whether or not they are Trailhawks. You passed, OP. This! People in their stock-based model Patriots, Compass, Renegade, etc. and say, it's a Jeep thing, or do the Jeep wave to me, I just roll my eyes. But this is badass. If there's one thing I'd pray about every day, it would be thanking God for not making me turn into a car enthusiast. This just in, I'm in Star Wars, y'all! Oh, let's face it, Disney Star Wars is being made for normie fans who gush over cute stuff in their favorite pop culture celebrity, and that's all they need. Oh yeah, dang, who would have guessed that when something comes to the mainstream media, it becomes mainstream? Apparently, your story automatically gets invalidated if you can't answer these stupid questions. It always works. If you can't answer these 6 questions, you don't have a story. To be fair, this seems to come across as more of a clickbait, thing to entice you into seeing what the questions are, not so much saying these are absolute. For example, we can make a clickbait title for this video that Jack and the editor of this video kissed lips between each cut. Now, obviously, that doesn't work as much for a clickbait title because it actually happened, but you get my point. Unpopular opinion, wearing a university's hoodie without graduating or enrolling in that uni is cringe. Not just hoodies, but any item of a university. It just reeks of desperation. Wearing a Harvard hoodie because you think it looks cute is actually pathetic, and devalue the fact that hoodies from universities aren't a fashion icon, but a memorabilia item which reminds the person of the item they gained through their hard work. Imagine a person is wearing a hoodie or jersey of a team and you ask that person, "Oh, you support that team?" And they just respond, "I just like the colors and words." $200 I'm putting down right now. This person asked girls if they're wearing a band shirt, what's their favorite album? Check my ink. Girls be like, "Yeah, I got tattoos." Ugh, how pathetic, these women who don't peacock their tattoos on their skin in a desperate attempt for people to notice them and their edginess. Instead, they go for personal minimalism, as if the meaning of the tattoo is mostly just for them? Ugh. Message from Europe, hoodies should not be worn anymore when you are not a teen anymore. Message from Europe, you're wrong. I can confidently say on behalf of the country of England, no. England is not a part of the Union anymore, so your opinion counts as much as mine from Australia. r/Gatekeeping. Born in 89, millennial, couldn't tell you who this cat is. You're not a millennial unless you're still processing the pain of losing Thomas J. 1994, I guess I'm not a millennial though, because I don't know who this is. Water does not hydrate you. That is all. People who don't drink water are filthy. Okay, I'm starting to feel like maybe some gatekeeping is necessary. Water does not hydrate you. I'm sure there's some sort of scientific backflipping or jumping through hoops they're doing to justify this logic, but okay. Gatekeeping expensive hobbies. My hobby is expensive. Aw, that's cute. I support your love for something, but when you try to make it about how much money you spend on it, no. No, at that point you just need to confess that you cannot afford this sort of thing. Turkish Islamic preacher says men without beards cause indecent thoughts in other men because they look like women. Whoopsie, someone accidentally confessed they find beardless men attractive.
Dang lazy kids, it's all those participation trophies, I tell ya.
Boss. Leader. Leader in real life? Anyone born after 1999? Oh, I'm glad they've extended the age now. It used to be born after 1990. That's wonderful. This is a garden, not this. Yeah, sure, I'll go right onto the nightmarish upkeep that is the top image. I can't believe Death Note writer Tsugumi Oba actually tried to gatekeep dreams. Let him do it. Men have dreams that women will never be able to understand. That's what he said. You know, I'd be inclined to argue normally that, hey, maybe this is just a choice of the character, displaying a bit of ego or arrogance of some kind, but you know, a lot of anime tends to be self-inserts, so I wouldn't be surprised. The song was composed in 1893, and the composer died almost 100 years ago. Better Call Saul brought me here. How beautiful, inspiring me to get to the piano again. Very beautiful.
To all the people who know this piece from that stupid TV show, you are not real Gabriel fans. Shoo!
True. How dare we encourage people to be more aware of such amazing pieces of art? Let it wither away in the minds of a few who will eventually die out. Gatekeeping being an artist. Really glad you talked about this because as an artist, it kind of pees me off when UGC creators just rip off art blocks models or like rip a face from a popular media and call it something dumb. For real.
Don't read my username!
You mean a disowned gay Twitter user who hates their parents because they abuse them and use their art as a coping mechanism and have no artistic value whatsoever? That sounds really personal. I'll let you have some time to unpack that. If you were born in 1999, you're barely considered a 90s baby. Everything on the internet is forever. Don't let gatekeeping your own age group be your legacy. If you don't know who that is, you don't get to claim being born in the 90s. Guys, can we please stop it? I'm part of your age group. I don't want to be tied to you.
You can't be hot if I am. What? People with office jobs. Sure, it's a hot day. Construction workers. Counterpoint, I used to work in an office. I had my own office. For a good year and a half, I was in and out of a construction environment, working 10 plus hours a day in a building that for a while didn't have any electricity, but much less central air. That project spanned 2 summers. On top of that, it can be hot and people can not like it. Only real Zelda fans get it. Hey guys, I just wanted to say that Tears of the Kingdom blows, and only us real Zelda fan gets it. I grew up with these games, and I liked them before it was even that popular. And I told all of my grade school friends, you watch, this franchise will be huge. It's so sad to see these newer generations not understand what made Zelda so special. Kids just like generic open world games, I guess. Well, your first warning sign is that you're on Facebook, but I do appreciate that the most emoted reaction is the laughing face, because that's exactly where this goes. May I ask why you chose Kay for your daughter's middle name? That's also my daughter's middle name. Oh yeah, sure, that's my mom's middle name. Ah, yeah, well, I was just wondering because nobody started naming their daughter's middle name Kay until after Kenzie was born. You named your daughter Kenzie K XYZ? I really hope your last name doesn't start with a K. Anyways, I don't even know you or your daughter. Thumbs up. What is this? You don't even know this person and you're just like, I'm gonna pick this name. I just looked it up and 1 out of every 42,000 baby girls are named Kay. Do you know how many people are on Facebook? More than that. Adults who still drink milk. Are you okay? What? Unless you're a hungry baby, drinking milk on its own is unsettling behavior. You know, I was gonna make some sort of vegan joke here, and I don't mean like peaceful vegans, I mean the annoying ones, you know what I mean. But the profile picture for the writer is just Brooklyn hipster in a nutshell, so I'm so sorry for anybody who has to interact with this person on a daily basis. Gatekeeping calling a building old. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be one of those arguments I don't care about, isn't it? Anyone from the old world, meaning Europe, will appreciate the brick wall houses. What are you talking about? There's some old town brick buildings. In America, I appreciate them. You cannot use to the word old talking about America to a European. My guy, are you really trying to gatekeep calling a building old? The Chinese would like to have a word with you. Yeah, sit down, Europe. Sit down. Only boys can watch Cartoon Network. Are you serious? No girl will remember this dog, and very few boys will remember. I hate it when people put like major show TV media icons and are like, nobody will remember that. Like, I can't tell if you're trolling or not, because like, this is a show that ran for 3 years in the height of Cartoon Network's heyday. And you think just nobody remembers it. Apparently, I'm not a real Zelda fan for thinking Ocarina of Time isn't the best game ever made. Oh no, why is it a wall of text? I didn't know the Zelda fandom was so toxic. The amount of Zelda fans that have been on this Ocarina of Time trash campaign is ridiculous. I flat out don't respect anyone who would call themselves a Zelda fan and call Ocarina of Time overrated. It's like saying Sugar Ray Robinson is overrated because you think Marvin Hagler would have beaten him. I don't know who any of these people are. I'm sorry. Trash take. No, you sound like the trash. Can you take yourself out? What Ocarina of Time did for the action-adventure genre is nothing short of groundbreaking. A word Breath in the Wild and Tatok fans incorrectly use. To this day, third-person action games use the same mechanisms this game invented, like its lock-on, camera control, auto-jump near ledges, etc. A truly pioneer game that holds up well even by modern standards. You don't understand the praise? Either you're willfully dense or just straight stupid. Okay, there's a pretty big gulf between understanding praise for a game and thinking it's the best of a certain genre. Like, there's history making. The Ford Model T was history making. I wouldn't call it the best car ever made. I found the guy who grew up on Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I think nostalgia comes into, part of it. And there's a bit of defensiveness in defense of the gatekeepers for 5 seconds, and also they should know better, but especially when it comes to gaming and games that people grew up with, I think people get defensive because they have nostalgia goggles, plus it feels like somebody's attacking their childhood. So I understand where they're starting from, but I don't agree with where they end up. Not just gatekeeping parenting, but gatekeeping emotions as well. Oh, a double. Parents who have children. I'm sorry, it just looks like an inspirational poster you'd see in a church. Parents who have children with special needs experience emotions that other parents will never know. Our hearts break bigger. Our happiness is heartfelt. Our lows are lower and our highs tower to the highest mountain. Okay, I'm not gonna discount being a parent of a special needs kid. That sounds like a ton of work. And I'm sure there are higher highs and lower lows, but you can't possibly think that your happiness is the only happiness that is heartfelt when being a parent. Like, I'm sorry, you can't claim that one. So much of this is people just not understanding that human experiences are relative and not absolute. How dare you have different pets to me? My house is like a zoo. Awesome, what do you have? Oh my god, that smile. Okay, all right. Okay, you got a puppy and a cat and a bunny and a fish and a bird. And then frack off Karen with some reptiles and I'm so confused. What? A zoo would have both of these together. Not at the same time, but you know what I mean. Are we supposed to be rooting for the guy on the right? Because from the smile alone, I'm not rooting for him. But if your zoo only contains reptiles, it's more of a reptile sanctuary than it is a full zoo. Not everyone will get this. I always have to resist the urge to like comment really stupid things under these. But yeah, as the commenter said, we all get it. And if you didn't get it, you also shouldn't feel stupid. It's just the digits of pi around a pie. This is the worst type of actually nerd. And they're just very, look how smart I am. Nobody cares. Shut up. Share your knowledge with the world. Teach people things. Learn for the sake of being fun, not to show off. Jesus Christ, it does not make you special. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players and Gatekeeping, a fantastic duo. Oh god, that sounds just terrible. Change my mind. Casual players should get banned from the subreddit. Wow. And from real life in general. What? They are annoying, and all they want to do is talk about how much better they are than competitive players for playing Tindanglers. Gold 3. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't care to know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! I kind of want to become a casual player just to piss this person off, but Tindanglers. I'm sorry, you can't expect me to take that word seriously. Wardrobe police, yeah, as a trans person that dresses in like combat boots and t-shirts and not really all that feminine, I like to play psychological games with the wardrobe police, but let's see what they have to say today. Bar convo with a girl wearing a Nirvana shirt. Oh no. Oh, you're not gonna do this. Me, miss, I would love to buy you a top shelf drink. If you can answer this question about the ban on your show. Oh my god, you did the Comic-Con thing. You did the... Okay, sorry. Just guys, girl, sure. You got so much patience, girl. Me, can you name the bass player? Crap, no. Okay, mid-shelf drink if you can name the drummer. Girl, sorry, I don't know. Me, you get a well drink? I don't even know what that is. If you can name the singer/guitar player. Girl, ... Me, name any song, girl, ... Me, yeah, you got to go home and change like hell she does. Only real fans can wear shirts that portray things I'm a fan of. I love there's a version of this where it's like a guy wearing a band shirt and getting quizzed by somebody else, and it just ends with, I'm sorry, like, I had to do laundry today, it's my sister's shirt. Like, I have no idea who this is. There are band shirts I have looked at and been like, wow, that's a really pretty shirt. I don't know the band at all, but just like, the artwork is pretty. And you can wear a shirt for just the reason that it looks pretty. My god, you don't need a license to wear specific things. Gatekeeping, an 8-year-old YouTube video repost. I love this art style. New gen. Okay, what is that? Y'all say new gen to anything now. You youngins never experienced this era of the internet. Keep yourselves away from my memories and stick to your gacha life and hyperpop new gen kiddo. Nearly have stroke reading that, but yeah, I think this is where it comes from, is people feel attacked over their nostalgia and their memories and don't want to face the fact that times change, things move, and change can be fun and exciting. Like, dude, I found some good hyperpop. Just try it. My god, try everything legally, within reason. Because only millennials have ever heard of something called a movie. Oh no, I'm gonna hate this, aren't I? Oh no. Gen Z will never understand why millennials need to pass this truck as quickly as possible. Okay, I don't even know. I'm guessing this is a Final Destination reference only because of the reference that was made in Gilmore Girls. I never actually saw it because it doesn't sound like a fun movie to watch. Lots of people dying weird ways and like, no, that doesn't sound fun. Thanks. Gatekeeping computers in the 90s. Okay, I'm really bad with faces. I think that's Bill Gates. I'm sure there's some history or something that like I'm more on the techie side of tech, like the engineering side. So like I don't know if there was some drama or something like that, but Windows was a fairly well-used home operating system that got a lot of people to adopt computers into their homes. There's probably something here that I don't know or care enough to know about. Or it's some Unix head that expected everybody to just like use Unix at home for fun and pain. Your dog isn't a real dog unless it's over this height. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus. Let's get something straight. Any dog below the height of this line is basically a rat. First off, I'm going to need you to define your units and label your charts. Second off, you have clearly never been to New York because there are rats bigger than that line. If you had a C-section, congratulations. You failed as a mother before the baby even came. Oh my God. Real mothers push through it all. Oh my God. Oh, sit the frack down. Yeah, have you heard of things like the umbilical cord getting wrapped around the baby's neck? I found out that was a thing, and like, holy hell. And you want to say somebody failed as a mother because of that? You'd rather the baby pass away because some stupid pride thing? Jesus Christ. Sit down. Go back to the scrublands of Alabama. Nobody wants you here. Gatekeeping ice cream. Oh no. Bubblegum, if you still order this flavor, grow up. Never grow up. That's the worst freaking advice. Grow up is just basically be boring. Do as I say. Pralines and cream, adding nuts does not make it better. I firmly disagree. One of my favorites is Tin Roof. Sit down. Crazy colors. It's literally just vanilla with food coloring. Is it? I've never gotten it. I always thought it was like Tutti Frutti or something. Black cherry. Everyone knows maraschino. Is that how it's spelled? Everyone knows maraschino's cherries are better. No, they don't, because I hate them. Rainbow sherbet. It's not even real ice cream. I will agree it's not quite as fulfilling as ice cream, but if it's sold at an ice cream parlor and they call it ice cream, I'm gonna call it ice cream too. This just smacks if I don't have enough things to complain about, especially like pralines, like nuts. The number of ice cream with nuts. Tin Roof is one of my favorite, which is chocolate covered peanuts and fudge and vanilla. It's second only to Tea-Berry in my book, and Tea-Berry is just super hard to get. If you're not following who I want, you're wrong. If you're in I can't read cursive. Oh my God, what is this? That doesn't say Mormont. That's not moment either. I don't know what that is. Oh, movement. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at reading cursive. Anyways, if you're in a movement and you're not following a woman of color, you're in the wrong movement. Like following on social media, or like that has to be the leader of the movement. This is very weird. I understand where the sentiment comes from, but the sentiment is several miles down the road and around the corner from where you arrived. True. Average San Andreas fan, average Vice City enjoyer. I like both. I used to make crappy little physics mods for both, and I modded the hell out of GTA 5. Why are you people just not modding all of the GTAs? Gatekeeping assaults. Notice, it is considered bad manners and harmful to your taste buds to put ketchup on your hot dog within the city limits of Chicago. What? This is not a thing. I've never heard this. Dude, you go into Gray's Papaya in New York, there is a literal barrel of ketchup and a literal barrel of mustard. And you go in and you ask for the recession special, which is 2 hot dogs and a soda for $5. And you stand because there are no chairs and you drench that thing in ketchup and you drench it in mustard. Chicago, this particular restaurant, what the hell is wrong with you? If you say vacay instead of vacation and you're over 16, I harshly judge you. Well, I harshly judge you back for being a... I've seen that word. Gatekeeping cologne. Oh no. People care too much about the weirdest stuff. Hey man, weird question. So I'm hanging out with blank and I was gonna ask where you got that vanilla cologne. That crap smells amazing. Yeah, I do. I got you. Our best. Thank you, man. Bet. No problem, man. So what is it, lol? The cologne is secret. Lamau. Bro. Okay, I thought he was talking about the deodorant for a second. Like they make cologne? No, I'm just stupid. Maybe it's secret for men. Huh? That didn't even cross my mind. You might be onto something. Let me ask. Nope, it wasn't. God darn it. I have long wished there was like a Shazam for perfumes because sometimes people walk by and I'm just like, oh my God, I want to buy whatever that is. Like, that's an amazing perfume. I'm not gonna like ask somebody like, hey, Why do you smell nice? What product did you buy to make yourself smell nice? Hi, used to work at a blood bank. This is not a thing. Do better research for your book, you turf piece of crap. Oh, it's J.K. Rowling. It was recently discovered that those given transfusions of blood from the opposite sex had poor outcomes, including fatalities. Stumbled across this fact while researching for my book, Troubled Blood. Are we gatekeeping blood now? Like, do you I don't think you understand how much that would limit blood donations and stuff like that. But anyways, I looked this up because I was curious. And apparently, for the first time, she is actually quoting a real medical study, but completely making crap up about what the findings were. And the findings weren't even definitive. I'll let you all look it up if you really want to. But I will, as always, point to the results of a medical study. If a medical study was done and it was something that's really as revolutionary as the poster claims it to be, usually that kind of stuff will start getting actually implemented into modern medicine. Look at how fast fad diets farm studies for BS. Now think about how fast blood banks would change if this was actually true or statistically significant. Gatekeeping sleeveless shirts apparently? Poof the hair more, try to grow out facial hair and see how that goes, and don't wear sleeveless shirts unless you're jacked. That goes to everyone. You know, I was almost going to give you a quarter of a pass because it sounds like the OP is asking for advice on their appearance. But then you just expanded sleeveless shirts to everyone. Nah, just sit down. No. 0 points. Sick days. We no longer accept a doctor's note as proof of sickness. If you are able to go to the doctor, you are able to come to work. I'm pretty sure that's legal. Wow, the vacation days policies, Jesus too. Oh, and each employee will receive 104 personal days per year. They are called Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I don't know if this is in the US, but some people could make some money here, especially on that sick days policy. You're only allowed to feel hot if you work outside. What is it with this? Oh my God, it's so hot. I bet that walk to your air-conditioned car from your desk job was brutal. I work outside, britch. Okay, first off, if you hate the heat, why did you pick a career in which you work outside? Second off, you can both say it's hot. It can be objectively fairly hot outside. You working an outside job doesn't make it hotter. Sneaking out, bro walked out the front door. That's just leaving the house. Sneaking out is going out your fracking window or something. Oh, you must leave in a predetermined fashion, preferably more dangerous, in order for it to be. No, sneaking out is just leaving the house without permission. What the hell? That's not a gaming mouse. Shut up. Just sit the down. This is a gaming mouse. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I've seen a lot today, okay? That's actually a dwarf hamster. I'm not being an actually person. I just really, really love dwarf hamsters. And that's just an adorable arcade setup. Oh my God, I love it. Gatekeeping Alcest, saying it is only for lonely losers. Songs like this makes you really fall in love with solitude. Perhaps the reason why most people do not find beautiful this kind of music is because they have never felt alone enough to enjoy and understand it. It's in the loneliness, when your heart aches and begs you to crawl, that you can really feel it and have these fracking goosebumps. I'm not gonna hate on this one, actually. There's a touch of I'm 14 and this is deep, and there's a touch of somebody being really passionate about music they like. Describing how you feel about a creative work is never going to sound perfect. And I think I know what they're going for here, and I don't think they're gatekeeping in the worst way we've seen today. There's lots of reasons people can be thrown off of a song, even if they have been very lonely. So, you know, I'm gonna go easy on this one. Gatekeeping childhood memories. I remember hearing this song in my early childhood days, and listening to this song now is just so nostalgic. I even remember moments in my life that weren't associated with this song. I'm 12 now. Oh man, I went from like somebody being like, oh yeah, this song I heard on cassette. So nostalgic for it. No, they're 12. And I'm in middle school. Sure, that doesn't seem like an appropriate time to feel nostalgic. Oh no, you can feel nostalgic over that amount of time about this song, but there were a lot of memories in my life that have happened. Oh, how much has changed since then? Dog, you're 12. Yeah, I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon of making fun of people for their age, but the perspective and time shift you'll get as songs age, especially, you know, hearing a song for the first time after 10 years or 15 years even. I look forward to that for you because the wave of nostalgia that you can get from a song you haven't heard in a decade. And people older than me can probably attest for, multiple decades. I haven't heard this song in 20 years, etc. It will be a beautiful feeling, and I look forward to you getting to experience that. However, it is not an entirely unique experience to that song or to you, and that's fine. The memories you have that are associated with the song are the things that are unique, and those are the things you can own and call your own. You need to speak English. You don't have to speak English on YouTube. Yes, you do. This is an American app. Started in America, maybe. Now worldwide. Follow the rules of the app. There's no rule in the app that I don't speak native English myself. This is my third language, but this is an English video. If it was a video in your language, then speak that language in the video. I will do it too. Why did 2 people like this? It's one of those people that likes their own comments. Gatekeeping, understanding the Joker movie. Oh no. Excellent movie if you have the intellectual capacity to understand it. Oh my God. True that? No, it's not. No, sit down. Exactly. Oh my God. That's exactly it. Anyone who's saying it's horrible doesn't understand the message it sends. Yeah, it's deep. Dang right. Okay, all right, some of these people are taking the piss. Waiting for EA to come around and be like, microtransactions are actually wonderful. You just have to be intellectual enough to understand them. Grandpa was not impressed. Behold, a baby. After 24 hours of hard labor, she is here, 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Want to know what was hard? World War II. Did you give birth to the entire Allied forces? No, you just did another equally important and difficult task. Good for you. Sit down. This is not your moment. Thank you to those who serve. I'm not trying to insult anyone. I'm just, you know the type. You know who I'm talking about. This is beyond stupid. Every incel's favorite character. Enough! What's a character that someone liking is a red flag for you? I'm actually gonna sort of walk the line of almost agreeing. Like if the Joker is their entire personality, especially like the newer ones, like if that's their only favorite character and everything is Joker related and they're really down that rabbit hole, yeah, I'd be a little worried. But if it's like, oh yeah, I love the Joker and also Wally, then I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. This is America. Love it or leave it, snowflake. No, actually, no. Gays can get married and adopt children. That's the law. I wish it was codified, but okay. Brown people were here before us and will be here after us. Better get used to it. The Affordable Care Act is the law. Tough crap. Your pre-existing conditions are covered. It's illegal to discriminate based on sex, race, or nationality. Go cry me a river. If you don't like it, leave. This is America. Okay, I respect what you're going for here. And I'm glad we've made, some progress as a country being like, maybe we should be nice to people. And maybe, people should be protected. But the Screaming Eagle and the absolutist nature is just, it's a bit much. I prefer the approach of, that seems like a problem that you'll need to work through. They definitely say, I bet you can't name 5 songs to people. Oh, one of them t-shirt ones. Yeah, I'm super into Nirvana. Starter pack. What is it with the Nirvana people? Oh my God. My favorite song is Smells Like Teen Spirit. That was a favorite song of a lot of people. It sold pretty darn well. Yeah, I'm super into Nirvana. Starter pack. Oh, sorry. Has this shirt. Did you know that the drummer is in another band? I'm learning guitar because, too embarrassed to say that Kurt is the role model. Something in the way is too slow and boring. I don't know. I think can't say that word. Looks like this. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. They don't know any other albums. I'm fine with Nirvana, but if I ever got to the point where I wanted to deep dive into Nirvana's music, I don't think I'd ever publicize it because, oh my God, the fans are just rabid. Or at least some of them are. I'll stick to Muse, Sabaton, and obscure electronic music, thanks. I only want a woman if she has had 0 life experiences. What? I mean, no disrespect to the woman in the photo, but she looks like a JCPenney ad, and I can't explain it. Men prefer debt-free virgins without tattoos. Well, I know the tattoos one is freaking BS right off the bat. And if you believe the rest of this and build your entire personality around it, you just sound very sad and boring. Enjoy your beige Toyota Camry. Do you prefer child/family-friendly Nintendo or more mature Nintendo games? Kiddie Nintendo and mature Nintendo. First off, Zelda would kind of ride the line in between because there's some Zeldas that are much darker than others. Second off, I like Metroid and I like Kirby, and Animal Crossing, at least the newest one, was okay. So it's possible to like both. I've actually just been playing my way through the entire Kirby series because I was never allowed to have like most popular games as a kid. And oh my god, some of the enemies in Kirby are just existential nightmares. Can't let people enjoy what they drink, I guess. The I'm afraid of actual beer door. Oh, so I don't need an ID for any of this stuff, right? It's not actual beer? I'm gonna play stupid games. You'll win stupid prizes. You'll lose your license to be able to sell alcohol. Oh my god, what is this? I'm sorry, the picture just... Okay. Straight face. Unlike everybody in this picture. Wait, why are we asking men what they thought of Barbie? It isn't for them. What? Dude, Dan Povenmire went to see Oppenheimer with his daughter and he was like, I wanted to see Barbie. Me and the boys, before going to see our second showing of Barbie, we are Knuff. I haven't seen it yet, but I really want to see it. But I don't really count towards the sample size, sorry. They were released about 5 years apart. So glad I grew up doing this, Skyrim, and not this. Okay, I know it's Minecraft. But at this rate, it could also be Skyrim for the Game Boy Advance because they release that on every darn system. Sorry, the joke was just sitting right there in front of me. And yeah, especially in the early days, like Minecraft, it grew in popularity and was still pretty much at a peak when Skyrim was doing its, like, they coexist. I understand the sentiment because Minecraft, that's not really my thing. I'm much more of a Fallout person, but I both of these are perfectly fun. Gaming doesn't need to be geek-cooked. Play what you want. It's supposed to be fun. Why are you people not having fun? Why are you complaining on the internet? Go play games. $2 is not a tip. $5 is not a tip. What? Anything I give you outside this motherfucking bill is the tip. Correct. Again, I know where you are coming from, but believe me when I say that when drawing hard lines like this, you're gonna get people that just fall to the other side of this and just don't tip. Like, oh, $2 isn't even enough of a tip, so fine, I can't afford more than that, so I'm just not gonna leave a tip. I tend to tip higher now, but there was a time in my life when I really couldn't, I could barely make the 15%. And when they started doing that thing where they spun the iPad around, I was like, I have $20 in my bank account. I'm sorry, I can't tip you for a counter thing. And if I'd see stuff like this, I'd be like, well, I'm just not gonna go to anywhere. I'm just gonna make everything at home, which is not the way any of this should work. Restaurants shouldn't be able to pay workers so little. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm ranting today. I apologize to everyone who has had to listen to me so far. I'll put on my Disney voice to hopefully make it a little bit better. Matt Rife was just another struggling comedian. Then he blew up on TikTok. Lol, as of 70 tickets and $150 a night, qualifies as being a struggling comedian. Last week, someone sent me $3 after a show. Dang, we gatekeeping this crap too? Dude, I don't know how it works for comedy, but for music performances, to rent the hall and stuff like that, and only selling 70 tickets at $150? That you're not even gonna start to cover house staff. Oh my god. You are in the hole. That is struggling. Yes, that is struggling. Shut up. Gatekeeping cartoons. Why are you people gatekeeping joy? That's cute that y'all played with toys for girls, because I played with toys for boys, including the Tonka trucks. Oh, good for you, Timmy. Were you under the impression that toys were somehow gendered? I hate to break it to you, they are plastic. What is this? The picture's grainy and my vision's not that great, so I'm not sure what cartoon this is referencing. But some of them look like wrestling, so I have no idea. Your idols, my idols, why can't you just like both? Be like, hey, Sailor Moon is cool. So are Disney princesses. All animated works are cool. These things are not mutually exclusive. Please enjoy things. Oh my god, life is too short. If your man touches these, you have failed as a wife. Wow, I did not expect that. What? If your husband changes a diaper or does laundry. If your husband cooks, there are a whole bunch of husbands out there just but I like to cook. I know so many people who love to cook. I don't understand why anybody would go through that much pain for food, but good on them. Jesus, why would you intentionally place insecurities in people? Do you people not want to enjoy life? Is that the point here? Gatekeeping togue? I don't even know what togue is. Oh no, it's a text wall. Okay, I decided to look it up beforehand because I didn't want to be clueless. Togue is a type of driving in Japan, usually along windy roads, think sort of initial D stuff, or basically mountain rally but on paved roads with a bunch of RX-7s. Anyways, I just skipped over so much, but I don't care. Don't be a baby. I've been running canyons for a long time now, about 15 years. More recently, I've met people who chat at the typical spots and want to run. Then, when they realize that they're nowhere near as fast as they think, they just drive away, never to be seen again. I mean, what are you supposed to do? If that is you, stop it. Nobody started out fast. Plus, if you're slow, you're probably not driving as safely as possible either. I'm sorry, what? Experienced faster drivers usually don't look reckless or sketchy. Yeah, I'm gonna call the airplane wing fallacy on that one, but anyways. Learn from the people who have been in the hills longer. Don't be a baby. New Toad copy pasta. I've been running canyons for a long time now. About 15 years. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are even sanctioned events or what, but either way, your safety comes first. I understand the point. I understand, you need to get your skills up and you push yourself out of your comfort zone in order to improve any skill, but pushing people to recklessly keep up with somebody who has been doing it for a much longer time, especially in a sport that could end with you going off the edge of a cliff, is not the way to do it. Elite athletes of the Tour de France, you've been judged. Oh God. Elite athletes. Oh, come on. That's comment rage bait. You don't think, oh no, come on. This is just rage bait. You don't think the ones in the Tour de France are elite? Wouldn't call them elite, no. The Tour de France isn't something that everyone can do, but the cronkheads that ride around on bikes every day could run or cycles around these guys. That's certainly an opinion. I mean, enter them into the Tour de France. See how well it goes. That was just rage bait though. Don't respond to rage bait. Referring to McDonald's. It's not so much the unhealthy side for me, but more about how can anyone lower themselves that much to eat absolute gutter quality food. And it's the unhealthy side of it. Anyways, it's a trash level of taste and quality. If you eat their burgers, you can't honestly say you like hamburgers. Just as if you like their coffee, then you're not actually a genuine coffee lover. Okay, I absolutely love steak burgers. And while I can't say I love McDonald's burgers, like occasionally you need a Big Mac. And oh my God, the breakfast stuff is good. Their coffee's meh. I'll give you that one. It's not that good, but it's like $1. So like, yeah, in New York City, $1 for coffee, especially a giant one. It's caffeine. Give to me now. Gatekeeping veganism. The militant vegans are the ones who want to gatekeep everybody else to see, and then you want to gatekeep veganism. Okay, all right. I am a 33-year vegetarian and can tell you that vegetarians and vegans, or people who follow a plant-based diet, have never wanted to make their food look like meat. We despise meat. Not true. We don't want our food to look like a corpse. But in the last couple of years, because veganism has gained popularity in the pop culture and many people try to adopt it, vegan chefs are making the food look like meat, thinking they are doing something trendy. Meat, which is not meat. Let me tell you this, vegan food that looks like meat is not addressed to people who actually don't want to eat corpses. Correct. It's addressed to meat eaters. Correct. Things like the Impossible Burger and, plant-based meat and things like that are addressed towards people who would not normally do vegetarian and veganism because it doesn't interest them, but see that and be like, oh, okay, all right, maybe I can make that work. I'm not one of those people. I could eat a steak raw. I'm sorry. It's delicious. For the longest time, I had a rule that I wouldn't date vegetarians or vegans. And then I married one. My wife was a vegetarian when we first met. And for many years after, she just didn't like the way meat made her feel. Like it just didn't agree with her. So she was just like, I'm just not gonna eat meat. And it wasn't like this huge big thing. Gatekeeping, going to the gym. Oh my God. Nerds going to the gym makes me lol. Like it's a normal thing and it's good for you. But thinking about how nerdy guys have just got into the gym because it's trending is making me giggle. And they could also just be there for their personal health or because they want to be, but for any number of reasons. Shut up, you don't own it. No modifying your own truck, I guess. If you install a leveling kit, then you don't need a truck. Brake is supposed to be there so that when you actually haul something, the truck sits level and not squatted. That's all. Well, it depends. If you're hauling giant, bulky, light stuff, no, it doesn't need to be raked the entire time. Rake is when the truck's nose kind of points down a little because the springs in the back, or the suspension in the back is lifted up a little so that the truck is level once you have a very heavy load, like a fifth wheel or something like that in the bed. But people get trucks for all sorts of reasons. It's their truck. Let them do what they want. Mad Magazine making fun of gatekeeping in 1982. Only a true rock fan would. Spent hours trying to convince his friends that his favorite rock and roll band is the best in the world, and then complain bitterly that his group has sold out to commercialism when his friends begin to appreciate them. So these kind of people have just been around for ages, just arrogant hipsters, and derogatorily.
Me fighting a girl for her Hello Kitty because she's doing it for the trend while I've been a Hello Kitty lover since I came out of my mother's womb. You can just say born. You don't have to elongate that statement. And wait a minute, I don't keep up with TikTok in any way, shape, or form. Is Hello Kitty trending? Is she a trend right now? What's going on? Chilling on my balcony. Only people age 25 plus would understand how therapeutic it is. Dude, you're 12. The hell you mean only people 25 plus would understand? Do you know how many people triple your age would understand way more what sitting on the porch or balcony or deck or whatever would be in terms of therapeutic level? Gatekeeping GTA 5. Key is slang for kilo as in kilogram. OP is stupid or trolling. Not everyone's familiar with drug slang, just FYI. That ought to be a requirement for playing this damn game. It's common sense. Who cares? Why get all riled up over someone not knowing drug slang? You need to get out of your grandmother's attic more, man. Imagine saying something that dumb. You need to know drug slang before you can play Grand Theft Auto. Dude, shut the hell up. It's not normal for everyone. He can't enter the gate he keepin'. There's a name for people without beards. Women. Well, maybe you should let yours grow out before you start wearing that tank top around. I'm just saying, dude. Real pagans don't marry non-pagans. Period. What's a real pagan? Well, are there prerequisites required? I'm a little bit fuzzy on the terminology. Gatekeeping pain, I guess. POV, you're on your period. Are you people still afraid of physical pain? I blocked that feeling a long time ago. That's not how that works. Now, I can only feel mental pain. Grow up. World is not for people who are still afraid of physical pain. They will only use you till you get used to it. And it a lot painful than periods. I have yet to meet a woman when he's traumatized, but the biggest drama of his childhood was parents' divorce. Yeah, what a stupid f***ing loser, right? He's not actually emotionally mature. He's never been through any real shit. Like me when I was murdered. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Shut up, you arrogant jackass. Playing games on a computer. Well, wait, what's wrong with that? Gen Zer who knows nothing about PC starter pack? Okay, yet has a gaming PC, dirty desk/room, and always has LED lights on the brightest setting. You mean default? What the hell does that mean? Likes these YouTubers. No disrespect to them, though. Right, it feels like you're throwing disrespect at them. Fortnite performance mode boosts PC FPS. I buy power. Well, I can say my first PC was a Frankenstein of epic proportions, from the cheapest to the crappiest to the farthest ends of the earth. I just took what I could get, honestly. I think almost nothing in it was new. Happens a lot, all right? Having bright LEDs and not necessarily knowing everything about your computer or how that works does not mean you know nothing. Plus, everybody has to start somewhere. Are you supposed to just automatically know everything about it from the get-go? Is that how that works? I guess I'm out of the loop. Multiple people on r/DND think gatekeeping is fine. Oh, great. It's D&D. The least gatekeeped thing. Gatekeeped? That's not the word. That's not gate-kept, excuse me. 5e is not D&D, and it's barely even an RPG. Feels weirdly gatekeepy. Gatekeeping isn't inherently bad, even though I disagree with him. Yes, it is, jackass. Elaborate. How can gatekeeping be a positive? I can't see gatekeeping as anything other than someone being an asshole about something they like. Yeah, I'm sorry, the fact that you were downvoted into the negatives by any amount is pathetic.
A hobby's culture is important for building a lasting, enjoyable ecosystem. When you do whatever you can to erase culture to be more inclusive, you take away from the enjoyment and camaraderie.
What? Excuse me? You. People like you are so sad. I can kind of maybe, if I do enough mental gymnastics, understand what you're getting at. But no, you're right. Not everything needs to appeal to everybody. And from my knowledge of playing D&D, they haven't done anything to try and appeal to everybody. The closest I can think of is, making video games. They're a little bit more accessible. You don't have to do the math. I am bad. As someone who's bad at math, I have always had a tough time with that game. Yeah, I know. It's easy, simple simple math. Yeah, what am I supposed to say? I am mentally handicapped. Anyway, case in point, BattleBit Remastered actually allows proximity chat, unlike EA's unpopular Battlefield. Now players can talk and blast music over comms for fun, and they love it. EA took away proximity chat to avoid toxicity in general at the expense of the vast majority of fans who've enjoyed it. Now that one, again, I can understand. Taking away a feature that the vast majority of people enjoy, or at least not making it an option, is dumb. That part is stupid. However, I don't think that has anything to do with the rest of what's being discussed here. It was not made to make Battlefield more popular to the masses, and if they thought for a second that that's what removing that feature was gonna do, they're fucking stupid. That's simple. You don't barge into a group where you don't fit in and demand everyone change for your sensibilities. That's not what anybody's doing at all, by the way. No. You see, that's the cool thing about D&D is you can homebrew whatever the actual hell you want, okay? If you want to be one of those weirdos that is very, very, very strict and your players enjoy that, go for it, okay? I'm going to be over here doing a Gravity Falls campaign and having a good time, okay? Oh, I hate people like that. There's 3 types of cellular people. Which are you? Cellular people? I suck people, lazy lemmings that don't like to make decisions, Samsung Android people, fanboys who think turning on developer options jailbreaks their Android. You can't jailbreak an Android, it's a joke. Huh? And then there are the people that know their shit with rooted Xiaomi's, Huawei's, and OnePluses running on custom ROMs in America. Really, OnePluses? They're actively sold all over the place here. Why is that a big, like, dropped your mic moment? OnePlus is quite popular over here. Not insanely popular, I'll grant you. Also, as someone that has used both sides of the ecosystem many times over the years, and I've always leaned a little bit more Apple just because I don't care. An $1,100 Samsung flagship phone versus an $1,100 iPhone, I don't need that customizability. I've never needed it. I've never cared about it. Whatever. I don't. And you don't get to call me a worthless, lazy, lemming piece of shit because I like something different than you. Gatekeeping one of the most popular film stars of the last 30 years. Oh boy. Casual movie fans know Keanu Reeves through John Wick. Cult cinema lovers know him since Matrix. Dude, cult cinema lovers? What? One of the most popular names in movie history? The Matrix? Really? Cult? Okay, you can't even call Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure cult. Almost everything aside from his Coca-Cola commercial, his first acting job, has not been freaking cult. Dude, wow, what a loser. You film bros, man. Real emo only consists of the what? Emotional hardcore scene and the late 90s screamo scene. What is known by I can't read. I mean, to be fair, it's on his back. It's a little bit harder. What is known by Midwest emo is nothing but alternative rock with questionable real emo influence. When people try to argue that bands like My Chemical Romance are not real emo, while saying that Sunny Day Real Estate and is. I thought that was an ampersand. Again, this is just kind of difficult to read in general. Let me zoom in here a little bit, see if that helps. I can't help not cringe. Ooh, because they're just as fake emo as My Chemical Romance plus the pretentiousness. Real emo sounds energetic, powerful, and somewhat hateful. Fake emo is weak, self-pity, and a failed attempt to direct energy and emotion into music. Some examples of real emo are Page 99, Tights of Spring, Cap and Jazz, the only real emo band from the Midwest scene. And what? Some examples of fake emo are American Football, Chemical Romance, and Mineral. Emo belongs to hardcore, not to indie, pop punk, alt rock, or any other mainstream genre. You got that tattooed? Please tell me that this is fake. Someone tell me that this is just an amazingly cool, an epic Photoshop, please. Deadass, screw any straight person who thinks they have a gaydar. Congratulations, Jen, you can spot a 90-pound twink and a stone butch biker. You want a freaking medal, you shrew? I don't think you needed to censor out straight person, and I don't think you needed to name your blog Cock and Ball Torture. But here we are. Oh, come on. Wait, I don't get it. Is he gatekeeping the idea of a gaydar? They're not really gatekeeping, simply being resentful towards the kinds of people who think they can tell who's gay just by looking at them, when in reality, the only thing they can spot are blatant stereotypes. I'm bi, and everyone thinks I'm straight and are surprised when I tell them I'm bi. So yeah, you're correct. So wait, what is this doing here? you can't be tired either. Remember, you don't fully understand how scary the world is until you're raising children. I'm sorry to the parents out there. I can try my best to imagine what it's like having a kid. I mean, I took care of my younger brothers, albeit I did it horribly, and I was a terrible older brother and still am to this day. But try as I might, I don't know what it's like to have children of my own, and I never will because I'm never going to. I don't want to. Now, all that being said, don't you dare think you know more about the world or anything in general other than raising kids specifically than me. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. You know infinitely more than I do about raising kids, but you don't get to pretend that you know some weird, crazy goddamn secret about the universe because you had them, okay? We're all people too. We have brains. We experience things. We're not NPCs like you like to pretend we are because we don't have kids. Ranch on wings is a no-no in my book. Ranch on anything but a salad is for children under 8. Ranch on a salad is meh, but acceptable for all. As for the post, I'm a C for what it's worth. Ranch is for people who think iceberg lettuce is a salad. A man of culture, I see. You know, this reminds me of the people that get really, really bent out of shape about bone-in versus boneless wings. I'm sorry, I don't like getting crap all over my face and fingers. I really don't like that. It's a big sensory issue for me. It disgusts me, and then I'll be scrubbing my face and hands until they're raw if that happens, okay? So give me my buffalo-flavored chicken nuggets, give me my ranch, and kiss my you basic Also, I know most people outside of the United States really dislike, if not hate, ranch anyway. I'm sorry, I'm a ranch boy. Gimme, I'll do some shots. Hell, I'll even dip my pizza in there. Sometimes I'll put it in my Cocoa Pebbles in the morning just to give me a little... I don't actually do that, by the way. I do not dip my pizza in ranch. What's wrong with you? Real goth. Oh, God. Hot Topic is real goth the same way that Taco Bell is real Mexican food. Until next time. I remember hearing a story about Taco Bell trying to actually enter Mexico, and they made the point, or at least this part's alleged, I don't know if it's true, they made the point of not selling it as Mexican food, because it's clearly not. We know it's not. Taco Bell knows that it's not. It's barely even inspired anymore. But I do believe they got spanked right the hell back out the country. If you weren't involved in the sacking and pillaging of Rome, can you really call yourself goth? You know what, that's a fair point. My girlfriend tried to interview her high school friend for her nail business. This is how she responded. Okay, let's see. Can I help you with something? You shouldn't be making a nail business. It's not for you. It's a black thing. Our culture. Never ask me something like that again. Stay with your shit and not ours. Unfollow me. It's me from high school. Damn, that... What? Is that a black thing? Is that a black culture thing? I didn't know that. I was not aware that was a culture exclusive... You know what? Whatever. I don't get my nails done. Only people that remember Eric can like this comment. Eric. Yeah, I got nothing. I'm sorry. You aren't a geek if you like the most popular film franchises in history. I'm sorry, but Lord of the Rings is not just a film franchise. They are incredibly goddamn amazing, super near flawless for me movies, but the books came first like a lot of crap, okay? But what, Star Wars? Wow. You're picking on Star Wars, Marvel, and Lord of the Rings. Ooh, look at you. I don't understand how enjoying the highest grossing film franchises in history makes you unique or different. It makes you part of the mainstream. Does it feel good to paddle against the mainstream? Are you really buff and hot now? Edit. I think I've been misled with the title and not been nuanced enough. Sorry, not been misled. What is wrong with me? I can't read today. I think I've misled with the title and not been nuanced enough. Thanks to everyone who has explained the difference between liking something and being a geek. That's what I was trying to express, albeit poorly. Peace to all, and enjoy what you enjoy. You backpedaled quick, didn't you there, pal? Oopsie whoopsie. No one agreed. Imagine falling in love, then finding out they drink their coffee this color. Yeah, that's right. If you don't drink it black, you a pussy, you an idiot, you a loser, die. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You ain't a real human being. My girlfriend's Finnish, and she drinks it at almost this color. She's gonna watch this and absolutely get defensive for sure. Gatekeeping using the basic gym equipment. 4 treadmills in the gym, all taken up. 1 bloke actually running and 3 are strolling. One's got the incline on high, but holds on to the top so the incline's completely canceled out. No, it's not. I just want to do a quick 5K and get on with my day, but instead I'm waiting for people to finish up their ineffective workout. And no, it's still too hot to run outside. Maybe next month when it actually gets below 30. Okay? 4 treadmills in your gym? Is it like the gym in your apartment complex or something? Because damn, that's not a lot of treadmills for a gym. Even the tiny gyms. Alright? Also, quit being a baby, dude. I'm sorry that they work out differently to you, but you're not a better person for wanting to get in a quick 5K. Gatekeeping, VTubing, and anime. Can we keep most Westerners, Americans, away from anime? Can we please gatekeep VTubing and anime because they ruin everything and try to add their degenerate hip-hop satanic culture into it, and they barf their lunacy all over everything? How much you want to bet whoever wrote this is from, I don't know, Middletown, Ohio, or middle of nowhere, Iowa? How much you want to bet this person is absolutely from smack dab wherever the hell in the United States? Dude, stop it. They want to gatekeep VTubing? That thing has a dedicated English section with American girls? Okay then, you're not allowed to feel dehumanized by work dress codes. Only war is acceptable for this term. I think it's hilarious, and also the utilization of the word dehumanizing seems pretty tone deaf. People are getting their houses and friends blown to pieces in other parts of the world. Dehumanizing is defined as depriving person or group of positive human qualities. This can include self-expression. She's allowed to feel this way. Absolutely. I'm reminded of that girl that's gone viral across the internet for complaining about working 5 days a week and having to commute and how it's really, really awful that most of your existence is sleep, sitting on a train, sitting at your job, and you have no free time to form relationships or be a human, and everyone's crapping on her as though she's wrong. No, she is correct. None of us should have to do that. That's how it is, man. She's right. She won. So I guess the semi-trucks are like the popular girls in teen movies or something in this photo, and the pickup trucks are the nerds and losers in this case? Wait, what's going on? They think they're cool until they see us. Yeah, those are totally the same vehicles for sure. They're used for the same things. Gatekeeping fan fiction? Oh, come on. Manacled? What is that? Is not the way to introduce new readers to what? I don't know what this is a brilliant work of art. It's just not a fic for just everyone. This is honestly the most terrifying situation for fanfic. This is bad. Very bad. What the hell are you talking about? Gatekeeping feeling how many grams to use in a recipe. Wait, what? How do you manage that one? Do it with feeling, or are you white? You should taste it and have a gut feeling. This isn't about being white. It's about wanting to not mess up the recipe because she literally gives no measurements in the video. This doesn't make any sense. Or are you white? Trash bag, why do I feel like you might be white? Goofballs mistaking do it with taste when that's for cooking food, when baking is more of a science with accurate measurements until you know your with humidity and flour, etc., and adjust for weather. Yeah, baking is a little bit different than making a gumbo or something like that, alright? Baking has to be, for the most part, pretty darn precise. No, you're not a real gamer. Oh, one of these. I'm so sick of all these people that think they're gamers. No, you're not. Most of you are not even close to being gamers. I see these people saying, I put well over 100 hours into this game. It's great. That's nothing. Most of us can easily put 300 plus hours into all of our games. Yeah, but there are a lot of games that getting to that number in could take like a decade or more, so who cares? I'm pretty sure if you're doing Super Mario Bros. Wonder and you have 300 plus hours in it, you would not have done that over the course of like a couple of weeks or a month or something like that, because that's not the type of game that you play again and again and again and again right off the bat for the most part. I mean, a lot of you probably do and have and still are, but I don't know, that's a lot of hours for some games. I see people who only have a Nintendo Switch and claim to be gamers. I mean, the guys that kind of revolutionized the gaming industry and brought it to the masses? Come talk to me when you pick up a PS4 controller and then we can be friends. Man, this is why I kind of hated it sometimes, being a PlayStation kid growing up. Just shut up. Also, dear all women, Pokemon is not a real game. Animal Crossing is not a real game. Just because you suck at them? Can you imagine sucking at Animal Crossing? The Sims is not a real game. Mario's not a real game. Stardew Valley's not a real game. Mobile games are not real games. Put down the baby games and play something that requires challenge and skill for once. Sincerely, all of the actual gamers. Man, I wouldn't want to be a part of the actual gamers club. Let me tell you. When people tell me how much they hate winter but they work inside, shut up. Most of them have to commute to work. Didn't think about that one, did you, Jack? No, I bet you didn't, because you think you're better than everyone else. Bye, me. This pizza's really good. Somebody who visited Italy with their family for a week when they were 14. It's fine. Come on, that one's funny, though. He's not gatekeeping, but we all know some people that can be like this or have been like this in the past, right? If you can't sing every word to this song, can you really call yourself a millennial? I guess not. I don't know what the hell that is. Gatekeeping childhood trauma. Oh, it's trauma keeping. That's not an actual term. I just said it. Bow down to the enemy. Avoid danger at all costs. People who had traumatizing childhood experiences. Oh, you think you can hurt my feelings? I grew up in a very abusive environment because my parents used to slap me lightly on the face every single night, and my parents yell at me for getting 10 marks out of 100 in my exam. You cannot even begin to fathom how bad my okay, yeah, that's enough of that, you projecting douche. People who actually had traumatizing childhood experiences. I'm sorry, you were actually right. Please don't start an argument. It's almost like trauma manifests differently for everyone. It's almost like out of the 8.5 billion at this point people on planet Earth, we're all a little different. Yeah, here we go. It's almost as if everyone's trauma is shaped differently. Wouldn't that be wild? Impossible. Everyone's trauma is shaped the same way. Exactly the same way. Source. Trust me, bro. Yeah, bro. I don't care what you think. I get a little mad when I see people who have never listened to one Nirvana song wearing a Nirvana shirt. I guess it does support them, but come on! Whenever I see a Nirvana shirt, it makes me smile. Yeah, there are two kinds of people. Nirvana was just way too underground and inaccessible for the average person to have heard any of their songs. Yeah, from some obscure town like Seattle or whatever. Ah, that's the city from The Last of Us Part 2! Gatekeeping alcoholism? Dad, I'm an alcoholic. No, son, I've seen your room. Empty cans of White Claw. White Claw, Bubble Buzzes, 0 calorie, freaking hard seltzer. Did your mom cheat on me with Richard Simmons? Go drink 151 through a straw and chase it with mouthwash before you call yourself an alcoholic. Oh, wow. Dad, you might need help. You might. Again, I've mentioned it before, as someone who's always struggled with alcohol of varying kinds, although I've never been physically dependent and I've never been chugging 151 through a straw and drinking Listerine, doesn't mean that I'm not one and I haven't had an issue. Holy crap, soup is not allowed as a beverage. Just try and stop me, man. I mean, soup is not a beverage. Just because it's a liquid, that doesn't mean it's a drink. See also gravy, pasta sauce, oil, gasoline, gatekeeping anything that isn't mayo? What? Attention, white people. Stop making brown people's food. It is not your to steal or claim as your own. If you want Asian food, Latino food, Indian food, or anything that isn't mayo, then go buy it from brown peoples in respectful manner. Don't take up space in their spaces. You know, that actually made me curious. I was curious to see who invented mayonnaise, and I guess it was invented in, wait, what? 1756? Is it really that old? No. Anyway, I feel like most normal people would be psyched as hell for anybody from anywhere in the world to be, like, really into their culture's food. Or try to make it. Or what? Wait a minute. There was a guy that went viral relatively recently. Some white guy, food reviewer or something like that. And he tried Indian food from a local restaurant and lost his mind, and everybody loved it because he was like, this is like some of the best stuff I've ever eaten in my life. Everybody loved it. Food is very communal. It brings us together, man. 99% of people who call themselves vegan have no idea what being vegan means. When you're vegan for the animals and you spend your day arguing with vegans, okay. Yeah, man. You're but a boy until you march these hills specifically. Wait, what hills? Oh no. If your boyfriend hasn't marched these hills, he's no man. Stairway to heaven, okay? Well, not every single man in the world is able to do that, right? Might get a little crowded, dumbass. It's sad that members of the military have such fragile masculinity. I wonder if there's a reason for that in the military. You'd think they would have thicker skin after boot camp and not care what others think, but here we are. Nah, it's just some types like this you get. They tend to get as much crap for overcompensating from their peers as they do on posts like these. There are entire subreddits, I'm pretty sure, that make fun of guys that talk like this. Some of y'all need to stop listening to DG. I'm sick of seeing fans treating the band as a joke now. I don't mind the funny, haha, look at my silly outfit crap and stuff similar, but what I mean is the way y'all been acting. It's annoying. You act like Death Grips is some silly internet band that internet virgins listen to, ha 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 ha, 4chan Reddit incel Anthony Fantano. Death Grips is an expression of anger and disdain. Death Grips is what it feels to be done with everything. From ex-military, Death Grips sets a tone. They're angry, they political, and they're ready to express that. From the very first track, Ride expresses the claiming of his anger. You can hear him deliver it with a passion, and songs like Clink or Through the Walls show their hate for the police. Death Grips isn't some silly shit. You can joke about it, of course, but some mofos take it seriously, it seems. Go read some lyrics. Might delete this. Don't want to be harassed by some of y'all. I'm just sick of one of my favorite bands being treated as a joke. Well, think about it this way. For every 10 people out there that are actually treating them as a joke, think about the 1 or 2 out of that group that, kind of start going, hey, wait a minute, I like them. It can only be a net positive for them in the end, right? Sure, it's a smaller fraction, but that's still people that might end up liking them. I mean, is that a bad thing? For context, this is after a terrible tour that's left the band pretty pissed off. People started treating them as a meme band, and that attracts a crappy crowd. It started off with costumes, but they said someone pissed on the floor and people threw glow sticks and stuff at them while they're performing. Yeah, that's not okay. What in the world has to go through your head, besides a brick, to make you think it's okay to throw anything on the stage? Seriously, what are you doing? Oh, and peeing on the floor, of course. Stumbled upon this during the controversy of the recent Dragon Ball announcement. There was a Dragon Ball announcement? A child instead just Goku. While not a fan of the kids thing, it's been good to see the dumb Toonami DBZ fans lose their crap. The kind that never watched the OG. They're the worst kind of Dragon Ball fans anyway. Okay, I have no idea what's happening here. Basically, some guy was taking in the frustration some fans had about the new Dragon Ball show and saying that because some of them didn't see the original, that's the only reason they hate it and are the worst fans. Why are Fabs frustrated with the new show? So basically, there was this new Dragon Ball show announced called Daima, and the main plot is basically the cast is shrunken down to chibi kids versions of themselves, and they have to travel around the universe on a quest to get themselves back to normal. Okay, why does that sound way more fun than the rest of it? I've only seen like maybe 1 episode. It's really not catered towards me, let me tell you. Gatekeeping atheism? Oh, come on! Also, almost every mainstream religion says that homosexuality is a sin. If you don't realize that, you really aren't an atheist. Yeah, why would this matter to atheism? The whole point of atheism is not to submit to a religion. Well, they're probably not actually atheists then. Having nostalgia for something that was 3 years ago is crazy. Yeah, time kind of flies. You know what happened 3 years ago? The pandemic had just started. Isn't it insane how much time 3 years really is? Gatekeeping being a spooky girl. Okay, hold on, I need a drink. Hold on. All right, what does that mean? It's funny how every girl calls themselves spooky and witchy now, when they were obviously a mean girl in high school who... Wait, what? Was that a... Never mind, let's keep going. Was obviously a mean girl in high school who made fun of that type of style/personality. Now, you learned what tarot cards are. Think owning crystals and having a rude attitude means all of a sudden you're a witch? You're witchy? You might as well be Regina George as a sexy bunny, and my witchy is Wednesday Addams. We're not the same. You are not dark and scary. Man, when someone says, unironically, we are not the same, you just built different, you must be right. Gatekeeping America. The Biden administration says it's using executive power to allow border wall construction in Texas. Oh, so it is a literal gate. Well, no, it's not. There have to be gates along this stupid freaking wall, right? Whatever, man. Whatever. Shouting into the void when it comes to that stuff. Gatekeeping nostalgic? You mean nostalgia? Of something that happened a few years ago. Man, come on, didn't I just say... Never mind. Imagine being nostalgic for something that happened a few years ago. What did I just say? What did I just say? This guy's up in here gatekeeping the entire concept of gatekeeping. Ooh, I didn't know we looped around that hard. Gatekeeping isn't an actual thing. If you allow someone to tell you what to do or influence your choices against what you want, then that's on you. That's not necessarily true. When a childless person tells me they're tired, imagine thinking you have a monopoly on suffering because you were raw dogging, whether it was on purpose or not. Gatekeeping modern conveniences. If you haven't used these, you can't fully appreciate today's technology. All right, so I turned 28 in a couple of months, a few months. We'll say that. We'll say a few months. And I grew up very poor. So, crazy, I've used every single one of these things a lot. A lot. Hell, I still use probably one of these things. That's not the vinyl, I have a CRT. Regardless, okay, it's not just a generational gap or anything like that. You have to take into consideration all sorts of stuff. True feminists don't eat eggs. Wait, what? Face it, you can't claim to be a feminist and still eat eggs. Why do we need to face that? Napping is a female thing. It's gay as hell for a man to take a nap. Okay, you clearly didn't have a grandfather, I guess. I don't know what you're talking about. Gatekeeping imagination. Do not get me wrong. This is actually a pretty cute way of looking at it, I suppose. It kind of reminds me of that old Lego advertisement that uses the silhouettes to show a piece of Lego and then the shadow is like a ship or something. Look, I know what they're saying. It's actually not the worst interpretation of this message I have seen. I will admit, as someone that has spent days sitting in front of a TV doing absolutely nothing, it can be hard to break that cycle, blah, 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 blah. That's not the point. The point is, no, watching TV is not evil. Playing on your computer is not evil. Using your phone is not evil. It's not inherently bad. None of this is going to destroy your brain or ruin your creativity. That's not how this works, okay? We're all different, so whether or not you read, whether or not you watch TV, don't you worry. You can still be plenty creative. We have lost the right to say partner. Heterosexual people using the term partner to describe their significant other is just, I don't care what your goddamn opinion is. I'm not heterosexual, but you do not get to call me cringe for using a generic term that, as far as I know, was not coined by people like yourself. You didn't invent that term. You don't have a right to tell people who are straight not to use it. I do not understand. I can probably understand the other side of it. I can see where you're coming from, but you gotta chill out, man, okay? I personally, I guess anecdotally, do not feel like anyone's encroaching upon my safe spaces or otherwise if they use the term partner and they're not gay or lesbian or trans or anything like that, okay? It's fine. It's fine. The term is supposed to be usable for everyone as far as I was made aware. Can gatekeeping be good? This is how real men shoot animals. Yeah, absolutely. Don't they want more sales? New band t-shirts, $18. Disclaimer, must name at least 3 songs from the band to purchase. If this is actually something that you, running an independent business, are enforcing, you're an idiot. I'm just saying. It might seem cute at first, but if there are 5 people that come in and want to buy an $18 shirt and you turn 4 of them away because they can't name 3 songs from the band, you're a dumbass as far as owning a business is concerned, right? You want to make some money, you want to move inventory, you want to sell stuff. Gatekeeping the products you sell is incredibly stupid. Gatekeeping desk setup. Men be fine as hell and then boom! Rainbow light up keyboard and 2 monitors. No, wait. She's got a point. Obviously not. Obviously, actually not. Grow up. Everyone gets to have a hobby. Good lord. Someone I know shared this. Apparently, if you didn't play football, you didn't have a childhood. Okay? Football hunting grounds. If you wasn't covered in mud on a cold Sunday morning, you didn't have a childhood. If you know, you know. That is a phrase that I think needs to be retired forever. There's something so weird in my mind about it now. It's innocent enough. If you know, you know. Like, I get it. It's not really harmful in any way. It's not offensive in any way. At least, not in a way that I can think of. But there's something about it, man. If you know, you know. Yeah, I played soccer as a kid. Sorry, football. I played football as a kid, not American football. Soccer. Sorry, I know that if I say soccer, half of you will get really weird, and if I say football, the other half will get really weird because where I live, football is football, damn it! It's not soccer! But yeah, I played it, didn't really like it. My sports are more badminton and tennis, if I'm being honest with you. Gatekeeping your birth year. For the poser wannabe 90s kids. Alright, fake 90s kid starter pack. People born in 1993 plus pretending remember December 31, 1999. Watch this, not this. Alright, well, I was born in 1996. I also watched Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Pokemon, and a little bit of Dragon Ball, even though I don't really like it. I watched all of this crap. Quit gatekeeping being born, please. I do not call myself a 90s kid, by the way. I was, again, born in 96. I did not experience the 90s in full. My earliest memory is the year 2001, as far back as my mind can really go. So, yeah, I would never consider myself a 90s kid. But even if I did, grow up. Who gives a shit? Gatekeeping anime updated. Oh no, not anime. How to spot an anime tourist or a fake anime fan / fake otaku. Wow. Note, I added some interesting touches to this original image. How to spot an anime tourist. All right, let's figure out what constitutes an anime tourist. Only watches Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball, and other common anime shows. Wow. I watch the popular ones, so I'm fake. Likes anime because it's trendy. Has it ever really truly been trendy outside of the groups of people that already watch anime? Will join the anime fandom for the sake of policing others in the community. Berates you for liking something they don't like. Pronouns in wow. Oh, I see. Thinks fan service is sexist and drawings equate to real life issues. Hey, so what are these flags and symbols here for? What exactly are you trying to say? Oh, okay, sorry, I just noticed the profile photo. You know what? Why don't you put the word woke every other word in this post, and it might make you feel better. Apparently, at a certain age, your parents are not allowed to celebrate your birthday anymore. My parents couldn't afford to buy me a fancy cake this year, so after a long day of work, my dad came home and made me one. Lo quiero mucho. The fact that at age 20, you're still having your parents buy you a birthday cake. But they didn't buy him a birthday. His dad made him one. He just said that. His parents, you know what? It must suck. This person's parents love them enough to continue to do this at this point in their life. They love them so much. They love him so much. It just, wow. Wow. I cannot believe that. You are envious, my friend. British blizzards aren't real blizzards. British blizzards ain't got nothing on America. Okay, who asked? Who gives a crap, dude? I actually did see the thumbnail for this video, and I would like to watch it just to see if it does go past the cover. I mean, they say never judge a book by its cover, but the entire point of the cover is for you to make a snap judgment to see if you would like to pick it up and maybe read the blurb on the back. Same thing with a thumbnail and a title on YouTube. Those are there to get you interested, pull you into the subject matter, and I haven't watched the video yet, but judging by this, that's kind of weird to make the comparison. How dare you ask a sub that helps identify cars to help identify a car? Only people who already know what all the cars are welcome here. For the life of me, I could not figure out what car this is. You have no business on this sub if you don't know what that is. Why would you even care what any vehicle was if you couldn't identify the most famous vehicle ever? Okay, I am not really a car guy. I mean, okay, I am a car guy, but I like boring, regular, mass-produced cars, okay? I don't know what this car is, but if I had to hazard a guess, it's, what? Is it Nissan Skyline GTR or whatever? I mean, I've seen Skylines a lot, and I know that this photograph was taken in Colorado Springs right outside of the Briargate Shopping Center. So I've seen the guy before, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's why I might actually know. But come on, I don't care what the car is. The subreddit was made for a reason. Just because you think you're so hot, you're real hot shit, does not mean you get to tell somebody else they don't belong here. Okay? That's weird as hell, bro. Unsure if this belongs here. Homeless Chicago man suffering from hypothermia makes miraculous recovery after someone from Wisconsin informs him, it's actually much colder where I'm from. It doesn't. It's obviously a joke. It does. It's obviously a joke about gatekeeping. Can you read? Gatekeeping fatherhood. Oh, this ought to be good. Oh, this one, where they called him creepy because he's doing a very normal thing that's recommended for fathers and mothers to do. Yeah, don't do that to dads. Now look, again, as I said before, I'm not really a fan of this man in particular, but what he is doing here is a good thing. You know, all the stories about him and whatnot, he was willing to show this photo of him doing a very normal, basic thing for his newborn child. And he's happy about it, looks giddy as hell, and that's fantastic. Gatekeeping depression? Is it bad that I don't have any sympathy for people who are experiencing depression for the first time in their life? For context, I've been dealing with depression since I was a child. So when someone's having their first depressive moment in their late 20s, it's difficulty for me to truly empathize with them. Call me a hater, I guess, but I'm like, girl, okay, call a hotline. People have chronic mental illness. Yeah, some people do have chronic mental illness. I'm one of them. I've been manically depressed for the last, I want to say 16, 17 years. Some days it's better, some days it's significantly worse, but I would never in my wildest dreams be this mean to somebody else over the fact that they are just now experiencing something that I've been experiencing for a long time. That's weird, okay? You're not cooler because you've had depression for longer. You are not more valid because you've been experiencing it for longer. That's not how this works. You need to sort out your shit. And, you know, honestly, there's not much more I can say. You just need to sort that out. Gatekeeping. Feminism. Reminder that feminism is for women only. And also feminism is for women. What? I'm confused. Gatekeeping, having fun. Mad night out. Is that wait, bingo? What? You call bingo a mad night? LMAO, my mad night is 3 fights with people getting stabbed, getting searched by cops, and then getting drunk and partying and going home to a girl. You have literally never done a single one of the things that you listed, but go off, okay? Absolutely go off, you dork-ass loser. Who the hell says that? Wow. You had a good night out? You're calling it mad? Well, I get stabbed every weekend. I get my ass kicked every weekend. And then I get searched by the police every weekend. And you know what I also do every weekend? I go home and my wife talks to me about getting divorced. Gatekeeping genders. Thank you, Jesus. Trump will not allow this. Praise God. Who's with me? Men should look like men. Women should look like women. These are both transgenders? What? I mean, I know what you mean, but it's still just transgenders? What the f*** are you talking about? But yeah, this is a hilarious post. I've seen it more than once in my life. Gatekeeping immigration while being an immigrant. Rally in Japan against immigration. Need this in Canada. I left, but it's getting ridiculous, I hear. Immigrants are bad, says the immigrant in another country. Yeah, that just drives me bonkers. Oh, we gotta get rid of immigration. I'm Canadian and I immigrated to a different country, but these people, we know what you really mean, pal. We're not stupid. I also know how to use Morse code. Roast me for that? This vehicle is equipped with the Millennial Anti-Theft Device. I know that I've gone on again and again about driving a manual, driving a stick shift, whatever the hell you want to call it. If you prefer it, awesome. I totally understand how it would be more fun to drive a manual car once you get used to it. But as someone who sees cars as a depreciating asset or money pits, I have zero respect for making it more fun in the long run for me personally. I just want the vehicle to last a long time, to get me where I need to go, so on and so forth, A to B, if you will. Because unfortunately, I live in a country where public transit is the worst in the world, okay? A horse and buggy is better than waiting for a bus in Colorado Springs. So I have to have a car, okay? My dream has always been, give me a train! Give me a train, god damn it! Found one! Oh god. How to tell apart posers from real heads. An easy guide. Okay, guys, let's see what the posers are all about. LMAO, Metallica, and Slipknot suck so much. Okay, I don't think there's a poser on planet Earth that would talk Metallica, okay? Nowhere in the world are you gonna find a poser that doesn't like Metallica. All right. Still orders all their merch online. Actually hopes someone talks to them because of their shirts. I'm so glad I got into metal. It's really enriched my life. Did you know that metal actually has more in common with classical than pop? Have you heard of Bolt Thrower? They are peak! All right, now let's see what real metalheads are all about. Now, I grew up with a real metalhead as my best friend, so let's see if this is accurate. Hasn't actually enjoyed listening to a new metal album in years. I mainly go to shows to catch up with my friends and because I like the ambiance. What? Indie folk is actually pretty good. Yeah, but indie folk? Absolutely. Not just indie folk, though. All of them. Want to try my homebrew mead? Listens to their old favorites because it reminds them of the excitement they once felt. Also, I don't know. I'm not a metalhead, but can we stop doing the whole posers thing? Can you stop? All right? Born in 89, millennial, couldn't tell you who this cat is. You're not a millennial unless you're still processing the pain of losing Thomas J. Wait a minute. Wasn't that the character from the movie My Girl in the early 90s? I can't remember why he died. Was it an allergic reaction thing? I don't know. It's just been a while, but I remember seeing this movie and going, whoa, what? Peak gatekeeping over here. Omni-Man moment. I bet you didn't even read the original comics. A bit tired of new fans who act like they know Invincible, but they truly don't. Man, those downvotes, though, they're really making you look like a nerd. Look, there's nothing wrong with being a nerd, but there is something very wrong with being this type of nerd. Gatekeeping real art. Oh yeah? Different atmospheres. Which one is your favorite? That's a really low resolution image. This is digital? Grab a real pencil and start doing real art, man. Shut up. If you can't describe your job in 3 words, you have a bullshit job. All right, well, let's see. Bullshit job is, I'm a SaaS-based fintech sales analyst? What? I develop and maintain automated capabilities? I create systems to record blockchain data. I catch fish. Gatekeeping success. Most men who think about the Roman Empire do not think about their place within the empire. I would be a war general, likely to die as ruler. I know you like to think the same, but your life proves you'd be a peasant or slave. All of you are lazy, weak, and stupid. Andrew, man, buddy, my guy, my cuddly little teddy bear, darling baby buggy bumper boo. You are not that guy. You have never been that guy. You are never going to be that guy. I think we can all agree on that. Okay? So please, fade away and never speak the fuck again. Gatekeeping childhood trauma. Bow down to the enemy. Avoid danger at all costs. People who had traumatizing childhood experiences. Oh, you think you can hurt my feelings? I grew up in a very abusive environment because my parents used to slap me lightly on the face every single night. And my parents yell at me for getting 10 marks out of 100 on my exam. You cannot even begin to fathom how bad my childhood is. I've grown so much that your weak arguments are useless against me. So come at me, brother. Show me what you've got. People who actually had traumatizing childhood experiences. I'm sorry, you were actually right. Please don't start an argument. Okay, don't ever do this. Don't ever do this. Again, you're not cooler or more unique or more valid because you might have had something worse. Okay? Trauma is trauma. I've mentioned the Kevin Smith thing so many times now, I'm not going to do it again, but I do still recommend it. Hand position gatekeeping? Me playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 1998. This is the best game ever. Me playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild today. This is the best game ever. First off, she's using the Joy-Con grip, so her statement is invalid. Second, as much as I enjoyed Breath of the Wild, in terms of story and swordplay, it is the worst 3D Zelda game to date. Wow, you are alone in that sentiment, pal. Like, I love this game, but every weapon type feels exactly the same. Wow, a sword feels like a sword. A stick feels like a stick. They feel similar? Okay. The lack of auto-targeting is a staple in the Zelda universe. And the story? Well, I don't need to go into detail on that one. Yeah, you do. You know what? If you're gonna take the time to make a comment this dumb, you do need to go into detail on that one, okay? And what's wrong with the Joy-Con grip? Well, no, seriously, what's wrong with it? Someone using the console as is designed because they want to? Weird. Yeah, people that gatekeep anything annoy me, but for some strange reason, I get really mad about people that gatekeep gaming. Gaming is the biggest entertainment industry that has ever been, and hopefully continues to be because of how amazing it is. In every facet of its creation, from the writing all the way to the voice acting and the coding, the animating, everything. It's amazing the way it all comes together. And I just can't get over people that say things like, wow, you play on easy? Try playing on the hardest difficulty so that you get more mad and pissy and stupid as time goes on and you grow to resent the game. No. I want to play the game however the hell I want to play the game, and you can seethe and consider it invalid all you want. I'm a grown-ass man, you're a dork-ass loser. Gatekeeping being a man! Expected. My anxiety level. Grow the hell up. There's no way as a man you're saying my anxiety level. I don't know what you're talking about. Men can't have mental illnesses. This guy's Facebook posts are full of these types of gems. I'm not talking sports with a guy drinking a pineapple beer. I'm sorry. Dude, that guy probably knows more about it than you do anyway, and you're just scared he'll make you look like a dummy. Seriously, y'all are gatekeeping basic human functions? Satire. You haven't lived if you haven't done this. Oh shit! I haven't done that! Man, am I really out here living though? Probably not. Men can't have dogs unless they live with a woman. What? Low-key hate it when single men have dogs. You should only have a dog as a man if you have a live-in female partner. Why the hell are you describing what would be like their girlfriend or whatever as a live-in female partner, you creepy freak? Guess doctors are wrong about me being autistic. Don't say you're autistic if you don't recognize this image. Okay, well, to give them the benefit of the doubt, they're just being stupid on the internet, you know. Yeah, I have no idea who the hell this is, though I don't know what this is from. Apparently, all men must respond angrily. This is a super convoluted and feminine answer. A man's response would be much simpler. Go fuck yourself. Fellas, is it gay to put together an intelligent answer? Yes. Yes, if there's one thing we've learned from people on the internet, it's that everything you do as a man is gay. Let me set up this straw man real quick. I play bass and sing all while playing keyboards with my hands and feet. Tell me more about Beyonce's artistry. Don't you ever assume that Geddy Lee would say anything this fucking stupid. I genuinely do not think that he is a guy that would be this dumb, all right? Gatekeeping, giving birth. Oh, good God, how sad do you have to be? Wow, C-section moms had it easy. I had to push a 6-pound, 6-ounce baby. Oh man. Can we get one more measurement on that to see if you have a 666 baby? Out of my vagina, and it opened up this big. You just had the bottom of your stomach cut open and the baby taken out. Must be nice to take the easy way out of labor. At least I'm a real mom. You are just such a bad person. You're not evil. You are disgusting, and you are pathetic. Why in the world would you say that to someone that had to undergo surgery to get their child out of them? You are pathetic. That's really all you can say about someone that gatekeeps something like this. Guardians of the Galaxy introduced me to great new music and made me remember some I'd forgotten I liked. Oh God, I can see exactly where this one is going. If you're here for Guardians of the Galaxy, you can go screw yourself. This song belongs only to Cheap Trick fans. Yeah, that's what Cheap Trick did. They made a song that was only for people in 1978. That's it. Anybody past that point in time, fuck you. You don't get to listen to it. No one gives a rat's ass, okay? No one cares. You're not special. Gatekeeping drinks? Men used to go to war, and now they drink stuff that they sell at the school coffee house. That stupid whore. 590,000 likes. Zoom in on this dork-ass's picture. Like, yeah, wow, it's just so lame, dude. It's just so lame. Why the hell are you taking photos of random people? It's just strange. Tell me you're insecure without telling me you're insecure. No matter how much you lift, you cannot call yourself fit unless you can run at least 5K without stopping. Yeah, it's not how this works. Runners, bodybuilders, everyone in between, they are incredibly valid and incredibly fit for very different reasons. Isn't that kind of crazy? Isn't that weird, man? Pokemon, Sims, and Among Us are not games to this gamer. Girl who desperately wants to be associated with games but doesn't play, starter pack. Gamer, level 18. I'm still saving up for a PC and then I can stream. Okay, I mean, I don't like those chairs either, but who cares? This aesthetic? What aesthetic? A person wearing clothes? Constantly reposts anything to do with Pokemon? Owns a Mac and only plays Sims? What the hell even is that little Among Us device? Is that a phone? Sorry, from that angle it looked kind of different. I don't know why. I'm wait, hold on, I just noticed. I don't care if this was meant to be a joke. This starter pack was submitted by Flailing Testicles. Why don't you go flail those testicles into your eye, you dipshit? Gatekeeping a game that's not out yet. For anyone who waits for GTA 6 to play the online mode and not the story mode, you are not a true GTA fan. Fuck you. That's it. No one cares. The game's not out for like a year and a half. Shut up. You're but a boy until you march these hills, specifically. If your boyfriend hasn't marched these hills, he's no man. Hashtag stairway to heaven, okay? Look, again, if that's the bar to become a man, I guess I'm just gonna be, I don't know, would you call me a boy? I don't care about your opinion. You don't exist to me, friend. Gatekeeping Swiss Miss enjoyers? Change my mind about grown men ordering hot chocolate in a cafe is the biggest ick ever. Well, you're sad. That is really, really sad. Wait a minute. So now men aren't allowed to enjoy a hot chocolate. Why? Does it mean they're a murderer, or is this just back to them being gay or something like that? What's the reason? Only day ones know that. Kendrick Lamar writes good lyrics? People really aren't lying. He's a lyricist, and only people that have been actually listening since day one know that. Wow, 647 total real humans agree with this dumbass sentiment. Gatekeeping marriage. Not a real marriage. Oh, right, because if it's not in a church, you're worthless and stupid and your marriage isn't real. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. Have your marriage wherever the hell you want. You want it in your backyard? You want to do it in the shower where no one else is? For some strange reason, you do it anywhere you want. Don't let anyone bully you into thinking you are required to do it in a big-ass church or something like that. Gate Guardian. I would like to state for the record, anyone who thinks they can take the title of Metal Queen obviously has not heard of me. I will destroy you at any quiz about actual heavy metal, not emo core shit. Test me. I am the black metal Barbie, and I will fight anyone who challenges my throne. I mean, where's your battle jacket, bitch? Did someone call her out on this? Did someone out there go, okay, let's do it? Literally skipping over 2 decades of amazing music. Today's music. You guys always think you're so much better than me. 70s, 80s, 90s. Dude, there's amazing music to be had in literally every decade. Quit putting 80s, 90s, 70s, whatever, your favorite, on a pedestal, assuming that everyone agrees with that sentiment, okay? Just stop it. Gatekeeping a generation from their own music. It's so cringy to see middle-aged men wearing Nirvana brand t-shirts like they're trying to fit in with young people. Like, shouldn't you have your own style from your own era? This feels like a joke that she was starting to get really, really mistreated for because she called it a Nirvana brand t-shirt. That feels like good humor to me. We have lost the right to say partner. Heterosexual people using the term partner to describe their significant other is just why? Why is it? Why? No, explain your goddamn self, dude. Typical Italians. Gatekeeping pizza. Me. This pizza's really good. Somebody who visited Italy with their family for a week when they were 14. It's fine. Look, man, I have never been to Italy. I probably won't make it that way ever. I would like to try authentic pizza over there someday. Maybe I will. You know what? Maybe I'll take a trip down there just to have some good old-fashioned pizza. Gatekeeping polyamory relationships. Polyamory is actually fine and normal. It's being straight and poly that is cringe. Shut the fuck up, dude. Look, it is Pride Month. I am a bisexual person. I don't like this. I don't like this gatekeeping, especially when so many people are allies now. Just stop it, dude. Real men don't pay for parking. You can't call yourself a man if you pay for parking. Lol. Just leave your car there, and if you get a ticket, just pay it. Cost of doing business. I don't care if you're trying to be funny. Ain't no goddamn way. Also, wait a minute. What did you just say? You can't call yourself a man if you pay for parking. Just get a ticket and pay for your parking. Wait, you're advocating for not paying for parking. And then, on the flip side, you're also telling them to pay more for the parking because they're going to pay for a ticket. I'm very confused. Gatekeeping relationships. If your boyfriend isn't strong enough to pick you up and pin you up against the wall, you have a girlfriend. Let's see how many of y'all get hurt over this tweet. I hate sensitive Twitter. No, you don't. It's how you're getting your interaction, dipshit. That's another thing. Quit pretending to be some kind of victim the moment you say something dumb as shit, bro. Stop it. Kind of embarrassing. Gatekeeping seasonings. The only seasonings a single woman should have in her kitchen. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion, paprika, oregano, parsley, rosemary, and other herbs? Huh? Anything more is a sign of a well-traveled woman, and we all know what that means. A single woman with cumin? Wait, a single woman with cum? What? She shouldn't have that on her shelf. Self-aware gatekeeping. Me seeing a song that I've been gatekeeping for years go viral and reach an undeserving audience. Undeserving? Man, shut the hell up. Gatekeeping Star Wars. Missed the good old days when Star Wars was for dudes, not this hot garbage. Oh no. No one hates Star Wars like a Star Wars fan. But you know exactly why this guy is complaining, and it's not for any valid reason whatsoever. Oh, this is why. This is why he's complaining. See, you guys see it, right? I don't have to point it out. I don't have to point out why that dude was very obvious. Why he no longer likes the Star Wars, or doesn't want to watch this, even though he will absolutely be watching this. Gen Z out here gatekeeping sticks of all things. Kids now, what is this? 2000s kid? You really don't think that kids think cool sticks are cool anymore? Man, shut up. Gatekeeping who can call themselves a Taylor Swift fan? Why does that not surprise me at all? Once again, a lot of you so-called Swifties do not actually like Taylor. You just like folklore and Evermore, and that's fine. But y'all have to stop acting like you're a huge fan of her as a whole when you really only like 2 of her albums. Sorry. I mean, I don't like any form of gatekeeping at all, but I super hate that one in particular. Like, oh, you only like a few of their songs? You're not a real fan. That doesn't make any sense, though. Not sure if this belongs here, but this happened on my own Facebook page today. I wonder how much of the increased morbidity from obesity is caused by doctors failing to investigate critical medical symptoms, assuming the patient just needs to lose some weight. The question is not appropriate, especially on a social media platform. Medical diagnostics, conditions, morbidity, and mortality shouldn't be discussed on Facebook. If you would like to have a detailed discussion, I would absolutely be willing to talk to you about that, as well as provide some education if you are interested, of course. Hey, Tanya, I hope you're doing well. Fuck off. I love people that do that. This is not the place. This is not the place for such discussion. It's my page. I can talk about whatever I want, dipshit. Gatekeeping success. Most men who think about the Roman Empire do not think about their place within the empire. I would be a war general, likely to die as a ruler. I know you like to think the same, but your life proves you'd be a peasant or slave. All of you are lazy, weak, and stupid. Man, he was really desperate for some interaction to get that paycheck that month, man. Man, he is still just yapping, isn't he? Gatekeeping childhood trauma now, huh? When he's traumatized, but the biggest drama of his childhood was parents' divorce? Yeah, you go ahead and try and discount other people's issues, okay? You may have had it worse, but just because someone somewhere is having it worse or has had it worse than you, or you're in a relatively okay position, all things considered, hell, you could even be in a great position. That does not discount your feelings, by the way. Don't ever let anyone try to discount your sadness, your depression, or anything like that, anything that you are going through, any experience you are having that is negative or positive, because someone is having it worse. That does not make any goddamn sense, and it never will. And any of you that use that as a tactic to try and make someone feel better, well, come on, you got a roof over your head, man. You make good money. What do you have to be sad about? I genuinely hope you change that outlook. You are not invalid because someone else is having something worse. You are not invalid because you are in a good position but still feel sad. Do not worry. Vintage PC gatekeeping. Oh, good lord. This is not a museum. It's all way too recent. I threw out older crap from my gear closet just trying to get organized. Where's the laptop with track all in the palm rest? You mean the track ball? Where's the lunchbox style computer? Where's the modem you have to set the phone down into the 2 cups? That would be museum pieces. Wow, dude, chill. It's not like they're charging admission. Yeah, I think this guy just feels bad that he's getting up there, dude. He's getting older, brother. I'm looking at some of this crap going, yeah, this is pretty vintage for electronics. It really is. You see Windows XP bopping around. That's pretty old in the world of technology. I mean, think about it. Gatekeeping, working from home? If you're a knowledge worker and you are not in front of a laptop with an external monitor and an external keyboard and a mouse, you are not working. You are checking email on vacation. Wow, that sounds kind of f***ing awesome though, Peter. What's the problem here? I would love to get paid to check emails on a vacation. You just sound a little bitter about that, and I would be too. I would be too. You should be doing wheelies to the desk job. What? Men in 1980, men 2023. Okay. Honestly, I have to say, the guys in 2023 look like they're having way more goddamn fun. They're just having fun. Gatekeeping where to find a wife. I can't believe I need to say this. You don't need to say anything. You could just shut up. You're not going to find your wife in any of these places. Nightclubs, bars, or Tinder. She's going to be here. Libraries, gyms, coffee shops. Do not go to libraries, gyms, and coffee shops and annoy women who are just trying to live their goddamn lives, study, get work done, work on themselves, live their lives. I know that a coffee shop is definitely more social and open than, say, a gym or a library, but that's not what you go there for, okay? Leave them alone. Maybe think about where you're going and then think, is it appropriate for me to be bugging someone? Like a library, you idiot? A library? Gatekeeping full-time work weeks. I have 70 hours work week. You think 40 is bad, that's cute. 40 is pretty bad, and you have it significantly worse. I don't know why you're wearing it like a badge of honor. You are being treated like shit. You are. And if you are a trucker, I have learned so many horrible things about the way you would probably be treated. Man, dude, being a truck driver used to be awesome, apparently, and nowadays, you could probably make more money just sitting at home working at Walmart. Also, yeah, 40 hours a week sucks ass. That's not what humans are meant to do. That's not meant to be our existence, you know?